Yeah,
Great.
Michael also brought a bunch of citrus fruit for the break.
Grapefruit oranges.
So
I would be, thank you, remiss if I didn't mention what's all over the social medias, D&D related. This is like approximately the 50th anniversary of the game. The game was first played apparently January 26th is the rumor.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
can keep that in mind as we all die tonight.
Good day to die.
First TDK.
Hey, you used to die all the time, so
Yeah,
it makes
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
First game. Yeah.
So speaking of dying all the time,
Yay.
let's die.
Hey-yo.
Take as many down as we can with us.
I like this background music. I'm really into this background.
We've got enough diamonds to bring at least one person back. We'll see. I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
Well, it depends on how we die.
Yeah,
If
it's
you get
not-
disintegrated, then you're
I
disintegrated.
know.
So
How
sad.
did they do that?
So last time we played,
Ugh.
we know that Hassan turned into a rat, got swept down the river towards the ocean, almost died, lived, went to the headquarters of the Heart, which I don't know if he's told you about yet. It was just totally total secrecy. He recruited 3 people, and I think you were like about to leave with them when we left off. And then what the hell was happening with the rest of you? Were you at Mussover's having a weenie roast, or what were you up to?
We were in our
last night?
chambers.
I was getting the
chilling.
birds and bees talk.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
awesome.
the
That's
dragon
right.
birds and bees stuck.
So
Yeah.
you were.
And we peeked into the room and saw
Diagrams,
these
yeah.
diagrams on the board, and we were like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
So you were about to go to bed, right? You were doing that right, like before bed, like girl talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nighttime, and you were getting ready for a long rest at Mussover House, maybe.
Yes, and we got Lord Hans like a dinner because he was supposed to be down in some other part of the.
Yeah, he was gonna
The
get
servants'
the
quarters.
nasty dinner, but we got him a good dinner.
And
Yeah.
Valentis,
And I made
Valentis came up.
Valentis' meal taste like shrimp.
Yeah.
Perfect. And didn't you like somehow switch with Entrance so that like you got his room and Entrance was gonna sleep in the service quarters? or
We
some
did
shit
something
like that.
yes.
I can't remember.
Yeah, we figured out.
Bullying
a way
on
to make it
Trance
the
is my
dinner.
favorite thing.
So Entrance is not there anymore. He's down in the servants' quarters, and
Actually, no.
Hank Squab is up in the.
I don't remember.
Mm.
I know Hank has not gone to the servants' quarters yet, although he would go to the servants' quarters if need be and check him out
Well,
as a humble servant.
I'm gonna say that somehow you swapped places with Entrance, and Entrance is in the servants' quarters, and you're in the main room. If you want to swap back, you can. But does anybody think that happened last time, or am I just pulling it out of my
Well,
butt?
that was
I
our
don't
intention,
remember.
was for them to swap. Yeah.
No idea.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say you guys swapped. Entrance was like, "Oh, thank you so much, cousin, for saving me. I'm happy to sleep in the servants' quarters tonight, so that you can have a comfortable bed.
Oh, thank you, Entrance.
But
Yes.
let's trade back tomorrow. I've got a nobleman's back."
It would be exciting for me as a working class young knave Henry Squab to sleep in a fancy feather bed like the rich folks.
Yes, of course. I'll tell them that my manservant needed a special reward this evening. Yes. By the way, my name's Snorky.
Yes, Snorky.
Yes. So it won't be hard for me, the Snorky commoner, to sleep in the commoner's quarters. It won't be strange at all.
No, he said he was a noble.
Yes, exactly. Snorky the noble, giving his manservant a break. Well, good night, everyone. I hope you don't have any need of my high-level illusion powers tonight. I'll just be studying.
Also.
I'll just be studying Hior in a small horizontal closet of a room. See you later.
Aminto?
The god of good will be studied by me. Good night.
He may be onto something with this Hior. I just sense something. He'll be onto something with this Hior character.
What do you mean?
Why?
Why? What do you mean?
Entrance may seem like a fool.
Who's on Trance?
Sorry, Snorky. Snorky may seem like a fool,
Oh no, I think he's quite noble.
but his mind could be quite astute. There could be something more to this Hior that he mentions than meets the eye.
Yes, and is it worth taking down the barrier to find out?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, he's completely insane.
You have some spells to prepare, don't you, or something?
So spells to what?
For what?
Prepare, right? I
Yeah.
don't know. Copy. Whatever you do.
Jasper, what are you up to? We know the ladies are having a lady chat.
Well, I was just hanging out, talking to Valentis,
Ah.
nothing, and came out with
Bless you.
Henry Squab.
Mhm.
That's what I recall. Yeah.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
I believe I will retire to my quarters, but I appreciate everything you all have done for the realm. I'm Valentis. Yes.
Alright.
Thank you, Valentis. Will we see you tomorrow?
If need be, I will put on my old chainmail and limp into battle alongside you. But I may just be another body for you to carry back.
But let's hope it does not come to that.
I think you had
Yes.
wisely suggested that there were secret ways to get inside the castle that the prince might be able to help us with.
Hmm.
So maybe tomorrow we can talk more about that.
Yes, that is a possibility. I'll talk with the prince about it. Very good. So Valentis leaves. Do we want to get a smidgen of you two's conversation, or did you
We
you
did
talk
it.
it all out?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Did you go to bed?
I think at this point, probably.
Trading watches. Even, I mean,
Well, what precipitated the conversation was because I said I was gonna go out
Right.
and keep watch with Paul.
Yeah.
Ah.
Which I meant. Like, keep watch. I just want to make sure Paul's okay through the
Yeah.
night out there by himself.
Alright.
very important. Take care of Paul.
Okay. And where's Paul staying? Is he?
He's out in the yard.
Uh huh. And so
Lear-
you're gonna guard him.
He was learning a new language with his new friend.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sorry,
then-
there's no Paul. Eagle of memory.
Eagle
Well,
of memory.
I think we can
Eagle
also
of
say
memory
Paul.
and lemongrass have
Yeah.
been hanging out.
Yeah, Eagle of memory.
Yes. And Lemongrass is teaching him the language of Rocinante.
Yeah.
Alright.
And Eagle of Memory is very excited about this.
Rocinante, where anonymous voting has been implemented.
Well, so in Rocinante, it's direct democracy, and there are these people called vote counters that count all the votes and then get together and announce what the votes have come to. So a suspicious change in the voting system is of interest.
Yes.
Mm.
Baron Dean has martial law. Oh no, there's martial law in Bourgogne. That's what.
There's all kinds of problems
That's right.
in Burgoyne.
Bourgogne.
Bourgogne had problems before, and now they have martial law.
Mm-hmm.
And Rocinante's voting system is changing somehow. Yeah, you guys let me know what you're up to in your sitting room and various bedrooms. So you're in this space that's 4 bedrooms connected to a sitting room.
Yes. Now, we discussed last time that I don't have time to learn a new spell because those spells are 3rd and 4th level.
Well, I mean, you have the time that you allow yourself, or your friends allow you.
But they take like a day to learn, right?
It's 2 hours per level.
Okay.
Twice the spell's level, so like a level
Yeah.
4 is like 8 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to get some
6
sleep, I think.
Do they have to be 8 continuous hours to learn it? Or can he like put them in over time? I don't know, that's why I asked.
I mean, anything could happen. I mean, you learned Tasha's acid smoosh.
Sure, no, I mean, I just mean in general.
I think in
Is that a
general
wizard?
you don't have to, because otherwise a 9th level spell would take you 18 hours straight.
Right.
Well, I
Well,
think
but
it's-
I mean, maybe that's the point.
I think it's
Learn
meant
how
to be
do
learned
wish.
during downtime.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it usually works for like books that you're reading and stuff, so
Mm-hmm.
like that would make sense, but
Yeah, I think rules as written, you'd need to have it all contiguous like the United States with 48. But I am willing to think outside the box. So you have scrolls of Control Water, Water Breathing, Arcane Eye, and Glyph of Warding.
Mm-hmm.
What's number 1 on your list there?
I also have Banishment, Locate Creature. I've got a lot of spells.
Banishment. See.
You've got a lot of spell
nice one. I like
scrolls.
banishment.
Yes, but I cannot cast 4th level spells yet, so...
Yes, Banishment is good for when he's level 7,
Yeah.
which is the next level.
When's that gonna happen?
Should I? Hey?
Well,
When
if
it's
40 people
time
kill
something.
40 people.
When it's time
So,
for it to
the-
happen.
Get a lot of loot.
Of the scrolls that I have,
Oh, see.
the ones that I can currently cast are Water Breathing and Glyph of Warding. Now, I can already alter myself to be able to breathe water.
Hmm.
So let's see what Glyph of Warding looks
Glyph
like.
of Warding is pretty sweet for things that step on it.
Yeah, I feel like you would feel really clever about Glyph of Warding.
Yeah.
Glyph of Warning.
Considering how much you love
It is very
prestidigitation
fun.
and
Yeah.
alter self.
Although we're on the move so
Oh,
much
and
these days.
you can put spells inside the glyph. Like you could cast it and insert a spell.
You could put a glyph in a book, and when you open the book, it goes off.
Yeah, Booby Trap spell. That's a good spell. I'd be
That's
interested
great.
in learning it. If I could take a couple hours to knock towards the 6 hours of learning, I would take a couple hours to start learning that tonight.
Okay, and what about the money/spellmaking materials? You just picked up some parchment,
I
right?
did get some parchment,
At great cost, but
Awkward.
yes.
Parchment.
and my money. How many gold pieces? I have 405 gold pieces.
For each level of the spell, the process takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold pieces. So is that a level 3 spell, is
Mhm.
Glyph of Warding? So
Yeah.
that would be 6 hours and 150. Hell, that's a bargain.
Yes.
That's a bargain. So don't you delete 150 gold pieces from your supply, and then you can go to bed early and wake up late and take 3 hours off the 6 hours.
Great.
I believe rules is written you only need 6 out of 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
For sleep, yeah.
Yeah, so you could be in your bedchamber for 9 hours total
Great.
and take a half an hour at the beginning and the end, take an hour and a half at the beginning and the end. Just don't forget to rest Cat's mage armor.
Mm-hmm.
So then you'll be halfway there. So
Great.
then you'll learn it on the next rest.
Great.
So just keep that in your notes.
Great.
You do the same 9 hours sleep on your next rest.
Outstanding.
Boy, Lord.
And should I roll for learning the spell now? You want to do that? on the
Well,
next
yeah,
round?
I guess. That's
Well, wait. Should
You're-
you roll it after you do the full amount?
You want to do it on the next?
Because
Nah.
otherwise, if you lose it, then you won't. Whatever.
what is it? 10 plus level of the spell Arcana check. Michael, do you remember?
I don't remember there being one, but that sounds like it makes sense.
Like that you have to roll.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's not in the section of the book that you're about to pull out that says copying a spell into the book, but I've always rolled.
And my Arcana is just.
So, and I believe parchment is 50 gold pieces a page, so you could use 3 pages of parchment instead of 150 gold pieces if you wanted.
Yeah, I'll use the gold pieces. Keeping that parchment was not easy to come by. So I'm just rolling a d20 plus my Arcana modifier?
Uh-huh.
Got
That
'em.
24.
You learned it.
Yeah. Alright, so next time I spend 3 hours, I'll have it.
That is correct.
What school are you?
Enchantment.
Dartmouth.
Hmm.
Yeah, you need to find an enchantment spell.
Mm-hmm.
You can learn in half the time.
And half the cost.
But I imagine you having a lot of fun with Glyph of Warding.
They did change Glyph of Warning though.
Yes, make sure you read it closely.
Yeah. It
What's
used
that?
to be way cooler.
You mean since the player's handbook?
No, just
In. Yeah.
in the past you could have a book and put a glyph on every single page and you open the whole book. You shoot like a billion fireballs.
Oh wow.
The way that they stopped it is if you move a glyph of warning 10 feet away from the location that it was cast, it no longer works.
Oh.
That was to prevent like that cheating.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know Lord Hans is stroking his scrolls in his room. Jasper, what are you up to?
Jasper's just
Going to bed, son? Are you playing a ditty?
he doesn't play an instrument. He's just musing on his concern and his anger for the city and his family who's holed up in fear that after going on this extensive adventure to save his mom, it doesn't seem like anything is, he can't enjoy the relief that he had hoped that would bring him. And he's getting angry.
Whoa.
Yeah. So he's cleaning his musket, making sure it's in good working order, and his knockback pistol.
Why is he so angry?
Because his parents, his city is besieged. His parents are holed up in great fear with the neighbors and his brothers, and these abominations and aberrations of, the end of the world is nigh, and he's really, he's pissed and concerned. And
What does he want to do?
he wants to take out these aberrations and take down the powers that have betrayed the city. Whether that's Welrar Mirden and whoever else has compromised, put everybody's safety at risk. He feels like he went off and left in order to pursue this adventure and help his mother, and he thought that would have this big noble payoff and his family would be safe, and instead everything is, if anything, worse than before.
Well, his mother is farther away from dying, so
Maybe.
there's that.
And otherwise, he's ready to take watches and then get this show on the road.
All right, are Una and Daphne going to bed, or what are you all up to?
I think Daphne is probably, sitting at the window in her room also thinking. I imagine she has really hot, awful, harsh, rolled cigarettes. And is just thinking about Hans masquerading as a peasant named Henry is bringing up some stuff. So I think she's also thinking a lot about the past this evening. It's being very Bergonese about it.
Feels
All
like
right.
angst.
Right.
Ennui.
Right, Henri. Henri.
Ennui.
Yes.
Ennui.
Is she doing a Bourgonese inhale?
Yes.
Yeah,
Put
that
the
just made
naked
me
ones.
miss cigarette smoking. I haven't thought of a French inhale like yours.
Sorry.
All right, so, and what's Una doing?
Well, Una, part of the reason I really wanted to hang out with Paul too is Una wants to get a better sense of what are Paul's capabilities. like offensively, that understanding. I know that he can do. You guys think that she's always thinking that. But looking at the what's ahead, she's concerned and interested that in the peaceful transformation of Boletas worshipping of Paul, which was great for when we didn't want him to kill us, that I need to have a talk with him and understand better. I want to understand better, what can we do? Because we know he has a mist of forgetting, but I really don't know what else he can do because she's not familiar with dragon in general.
All right, cool. Well, we will get to her conversation after we find out about Hasum and his crew.
Yeah, what's this crew's name again?
You should name it.
Eto is the Robin Hood one.
Eto.
Merry Men?
Forged in Fury,
Eto?
Eto, and Eto.
ETO. I think.
ETTO I wrote down,
ETTO.
but I don't know if that's
Yeah. Eto,
Eto, yeah.
Forged in Fury,
And
and
then
Orpheus,
Orpheus.
the god
the big human.
of wildness.
Orpheus?
Orpheus.
Eto, Fortune, Fury, and Orpheus?
Yeah, Forged in Fury was a dark elf. Eto was a half wood elf. So it looks like Robin Hood.
Yep.
And Orpheus was a big human being.
So there's a drow ranger named Forged in Fury. There's a half wood elf bard named Eto, who likes to skip through the forest wearing green. And she will certainly be playing a ditty. And Orpheus, the very large human fighter, who was guarding the door at the heart. They joined your quest, and so now you all are standing in front of the brick building, and Orpheus says to you, all right, what's the best way now?
Well, we should sneak, we probably don't want to have a fight if we don't have to, right? So maybe sneak back to the Mussover compound and regroup with the others.
If you think that's best.
Are you all okay at sneaking? Any of you not so sneaky?
And the very dashing looking drow ranger says, I'm great at sneaking. And the Eto says, oh, I've been known to sneak in my day. I can sneak. Where are we sneaking to?
The Mussover compound.
Oh, all right. Well, lead the way.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on the team.
And she starts playing a flute.
Does it make noise?
Yep.
Can you perhaps not play music while we're sneaking?
Oh, sorry. I hadn't thought of that. I love a good ditty. Please lead on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Did you say that you're casting Pass Without a Trace?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So everybody's got plus 10.
Alright, so we'll start heading the more direct route.
This is going to be the spin-off series.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Hassim and his crew.
Pass them in the hearts.
So the as the crow flies, you'd be crossing a river twice. If you're staying on the road, you're going like that.
Any of you have the ability to allow us all to cross over a river without using a bridge?
They all look at each other. I'm trying to think about my magic. If my bard magic would allow us to cross over a river. That sounds like maybe teleportation or something.
Teleportation, levitation,
Oh, levitation. I can certainly cast levitate, but that only brings a person up and down, I think.
Put him on a rope.
yeah, you throw a rope and push it really hard, right?
And
Run fast.
Orpheus says, it might be hard to sneak when we're pushing each other like a balloon across a very wide river.
Yeah, so let's maybe take the roads then, I think, since it doesn't have a choke point like the bridges.
Edo takes out her flute again. She's like, I'd love to take the road.
Okay, what's you going on with the here?
Oh, sorry, force a habit. Force a habit. Here we go, we're sneaking.
Yes. When we get there, you can play the flute all you want.
Okay, so you start sneaking. So from where you are, you've got to go all the way south past the Mage College, down to where the docks are, then up north past the workshop, and then you finally get to the bridge where you're attacked by the Chimera. And then you go back down past the Tamerwind compound. That's quite a bit. So
I asked them about the Mage College if they know anything about it since the text, or just recently.
they don't.
Okay.
You know more than anyone.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. You guys know more. You guys are in the know, man.
We're in the nose.
You're in the nose like a piercing.
I was thinking more like a book.
Okay, so as you pass the Mage College, you don't see much of anything to be needing to hide from. As you loop down and you pass up past the workshop, as you pass the workshop, there are a couple eyeball creatures that are floating around in front of it, sort of patrolling the streets. Do you want to just stealth to the best of your abilities, or anything else?
Just trying to hide from them as best as possible.
Alright. Okay, these things are looking for people. Ooh. And all three of your people are safe with the pass without a trace from these two eyeballs. Roll me a stealth check. And just roll.
So that would be a 20 for me.
+7, +10.
Yeah, the lowest I can roll is a 19.
Oh, well, let me adjust the table to make everything harder for you. Alright, so you sneak by. There you see one of those creatures with the maggoty white skin, with the bloody, stabby clumps on the end of its hands, tentacles, moving back and forth in front of the workshop. They seem to be looking for something, almost like they have a target in mind, but they don't see you as you head north past the workshop.
They seem to be patrolling the workshop for a target?
They seem to be patrolling the road.
Oh.
Yeah, in front of the workshop.
Okay.
Sort of going back and forth like this, looking and hunting. So you four make it by. You head up to the Chimera Bridge, and you head back down past the Tamerwind compound and through the chop. And
Bless you.
That's you.
You're hurt.
as you're going through the chop, you see another creature. This one looks like its mouth has no lips and it's all gums and teeth, and one big eyeball and all these orange tentacles going like this. And it also seems to be hunting around on the street. And
It's a similar beholder looking thing, or it's like a humanoid?
it's some kind of beholderkin
Oh, okay.
with a mouth, a gumless mouth,
Gross.
It's a grandpa. It's a
Oh.
grandpa
and
beholder.
spike teeth. So it's looking for people.
Hey, druids, get off my lawn.
And we got 3 people. Okay. Okay, the 3 of them passed their check. What'd you say the lowest you could roll is?
19.
Alright, so you guys are good. It doesn't see you. Why don't you describe what you remaining unseen as you sneak through the chop looks like?
So Hassan specifically would probably be trying to just go behind taller objects since he's so short, and just like being on the side, and then like every so often he sees was it Orpheus with the flute?
Oh,
That's
Edo.
Edo.
Oh,
Yeah.
Edo.
No flute.
Yeah. So Edo is sneaking, but she's still skipping while she sneaks. And she's skipping behind alleyways and stuff, and Orpheus is just lumbering, but kind of close to the ground. And the drow seems, very well suited to this, and looks like an expert ranger, and is even like giving hand signals to people, but they're not responding to him. And yeah, you make it through the chop. You head down south through the docks area, and then you're coming back up past north past the Travelers District, and you see 3 creatures floating around the Travelers District between the taverns and inns and all the different little alleyways of that area.
Is there a way that we can wait until they're like not all 3 at the same time? Make it slightly easier for the team, or?
Sure, you want to like hide and wait?
Yeah, just because it seems like that would be more difficult for us to get through.
Okay, you hide and wait. It's about midnight now. You wait a good while.
Is there water nearby?
Not super nearby. A horse comes riding by.
Yeah, but does the horse make them look in their direction?
The eyeball shoots the horse with a ray, and the horse disintegrates. And right as it disintegrates, it says, "My name was Lisa." So you wait a little while,
Yeah.
and so let's see. Okay, yeah, no, all 3 of them disperse. They're like looking in the back streets or whatever, and you're much more free to sneak by.
Keep going then.
All right, you sneak by, you sneak past the Travelers District, past the Nobles Quarter, into the Nobles Quarter, and you're ready. You're ready to approach the Mussover compound. How do you want to do that?
I mean, probably just the front door.
Probably just what?
Just the front door.
Okay, so you go to the front gate of the Mussover compound, and there are a bunch of guards there in various outfits. You've got some people from Anaranjado, some people from Dwyer, and Mussover guards, and they're all guarding the front gate. And they see you 4 walk up, and you see them all get tents and stuff.
Like, hey, I'm back. Open the door, please.
And one of them recognizes you and calms the other ones down and opens up the gate.
Thank you. Have a good night, all.
And Orpheus nods to one of them. Looks like maybe he knows him. And you headed to the main house.
Yeah.
All right. You go to the main house. There's footmen standing in front, as they always do, even at night. Somebody rings a bell, and a very sleepy-looking Green Shanks opens the door. He says, "We don't usually. Oh, hello. Yes.
Hey.
Master Handsome.
Yes, I brought more help.
Ah, very good. We can billet them in the stables, I suppose."
Okay, sure.
And
we can stay in the stables, I suppose.
Orpheus gives him a look. And Greenshank says, maybe there's room in the servants' quarters. Let me see. And he waves you all into the foyer. And he says to you, your friends are upstairs. And he passes your 3 homies off to another servant who leads them down the hallway.
Okay. I asked them, the homies, if there's a certain place that they would rather stay. Servants' quarters.
And Eto says, "You're the boss!" And she takes out her flute.
Hey, wherever you want to play that flute, I guess. Alright.
She says, "You're the boss." They all basically say that. You're the
Hey
boss.
man, that's a groovy tune. Who's doing that?
Forged in Fury leans towards you and says, "Listen, the best leaders lead."
Okay. So have I seen where he was staying upstairs?
All of a sudden, a horse rides into the foyer. Have you seen where they're staying?
Yeah, where
Yeah.
I would be sleeping.
Oh, where you're sleeping?
Yeah.
Where you're sleeping? I think you're familiar with it.
Would it be big enough that all four of us could be in there?
No.
No, okay.
No, it's not even really big enough for you to be with, for each person to have their own bedroom. It's 4 bedrooms adjoining a sitting room.
Okay.
So, if you wanted to, like, we could sleep 6 people in this living room on the floor, but I don't know if you want to do that.
Well, in my mind, would the servants' quarters be better than the sitting room?
Well, you know your character's mind better than I. You're a man of the salt of the earth.
I'd probably just say, like, I'd prefer them to just come with me upstairs.
Greenshanks is like, very well, very well.
Alright.
So you 4 head upstairs, and I believe everyone's going to be in bed by 1 a.m. Lord Hans is definitely going to be shut in his room studying his scrolls or asleep. There's only one person that wouldn't be there, and that would be Una, who's going to be outside. But you 2 are probably asleep at 1 a.m., yeah? Just pay out?
I was thinking we would trade watch, but those of us who are around, so I can take the first shift.
All right, so you up and watching,
Yeah.
and Hassan shows up with 3 people. A big old broad-shouldered fighter-looking man. Well, you know what they look like. So they show up.
A wood elf in green who likes to skip, and
She looks at you like she can tell you're a bard immediately.
Did I?
Oh, hello!
hello, Hassam. You've brought friends who maybe can help us.
Yes, exactly that, my friend.
That's great.
I imagine you have a story or 2, don't you?
I have quite a few. My name is Jasper.
Oh, I'm Eto!
Eto, very nice to meet you. Yes, shake out his hand. And who are
Is
the
this
other 2
Forged in
companions?
Fury?
Forged in Fury.
Orpheus?
Yes, Forged in Fury.
It's very, very nice to meet you. We can use all the help we can get these days.
Very good people, strong, capable, smart.
The other 2, the non-Edo 2, are much more laconic and just kind of standing there. And Orpheus is just like, yo.
Kind of nod to them. Oh, Hassan, this is unexpected. We didn't know where you were going, but this is a great.
It's also unexpected to me, but you know, we should do what's right.
Were you safe out there? Going out alone like that?
You know, it was a little dicey for a little bit, but
so glad
I
you're
am
back.
here, so
That's great.
it
That's
worked
great.
out.
All right. Well,
So I figured, you know, some of them might be comfortable in my room, some could stay in the sitting
Sure.
room.
oh, maybe some of these beds maybe can accommodate a couple of us, and people can sleep in the sitting
I'm
room.
fine sleeping on the floor, I don't really care.
Yeah. Henry's holed up in his room. I think.
Henry?
Henry Swab. Our servant
Henry
friend, our commoner friend.
Swab.
Yeah, the commoner who joined our party.
Right.
Yeah, he seems to be studying something, if you know what I mean. He's very studious.
Okay.
And Una's, I think, out with Paul.
Speaking of which, we're going to cut outside to where Una is hanging out with Paul. They're near a pond that has some sleeping geese in it that is near the entrance of the largest mansion in the compound. And Paul looks at Una, towering over her to some extent, going, "Hey, thanks for coming outside. The stars are not as clear here as they are out by the volcano."
Yeah. I wonder if it has something to do with all the hell pits. It used to be way clearer out here. But
Yeah, I bet not as clear as they are at sea, huh?
no, not at all. That's like
He gives you a big lick while you're talking.
that's like looking, straight into the heavens.
Yeah.
So
Imagine we could fly all the way to one of those dots up there.
that'd be amazing.
What do you think we'd see?
Probably more dots.
You think each one of those is one of the gods? Maybe they're the spores of boletas.
Maybe. I always thought that maybe they were eggs.
Whoa.
You
You like eggs?
Well, like, the turkey eggs.
Yeah. Eggs hatch.
Yeah.
That's how more dragons happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we may have to fight a
What is
lot of
that
things.
noise?
I think it's a horse. You hungry?
Oh, there's a horse, yeah. No, I don't want anybody to get mad at me.
What they feed you? Did you get enough to eat?
Oh yeah, they fed me dead horses.
Oh.
And I gave him a good fare.
Well, that's alright.
They brought him some stew, an extra large serving.
They fed me a bunch of meat. I didn't ask what it was, but
Oh.
it tasted good, and it wasn't a useful horse. What'd you eat? And then he licks you again. Bah.
Some kind of soup?
Whoa,
Pretty good.
cool.
It had a lot of different stuff in it.
Yeah, what were you gonna say? We might have to what?
Well, I think we're gonna have to fight. Like, a lot of things. There's a lot of scary shit going down in this town. And these crazy monsters are
I can fight. Look
tearing-
at these claws.
I know, you're badass.
Shh, shh, shh. Look at these teeth. Ah. Shh, 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 shh. I can kill bad guys and girls and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm totally picturing Paul's Tinder profile.
I can scratch.
What? Oh, his Tinder profile. Yeah. He like scratches his nails on some rocks for some sparks. See.
The guards are all like,
I'm glad you're confident. I'm feeling slightly overwhelmed.
Oh, you got the sharpest claws of them all, Una.
It just feels like everywhere it's going crazy. Like, we have this problem to put out here, but there's other problems happening elsewhere. But I do feel like a lot of it.
Una, think about this. How many people have you killed?
A lot.
How many people have killed you?
None.
That's what's up. How can you be scared?
I'm not really scared of the people. I'm scared of these weird, like, eyeball laser shooting disintegration ray things. Like, I feel like when it's people and people, those are fair odds. But when you open up, like, gates to hell, or wherever the hell these levels of thing, monsters, like literal monsters are coming out, that's not fair.
No.
So we have to get rid of him.
Yeah. I bet I can fit one of those eyeballs in my mouth. Just. Might even taste good.
Might.
Yeah.
Might give you a stomachache.
Yeah.
But I also have a feeling that whatever was happening with Kingfisher, your friend.
Yeah. What's up with him? I should go visit him.
Well, I think it would probably be better to visit him.
Do you want to come with me tonight and we can see how he is?
Well, what I was gonna say is, I don't know if it would be great to talk to him until after we get rid of these monsters. Because I think they're the ones that were messing with his mind.
Oh.
So I don't know if he'd be himself while they're still around. But I have a feeling that after we got rid of them, he might be back to being the guy that you knew.
I don't know, he seemed pretty cool to me. You want to go visit him tonight? See if he's cool or crazy?
I mean, I'm kind of in trouble back there. I'm supposed to be in jail.
Yeah, I killed people too, yeah.
I think they'd be kind of mad.
Yeah, we have to go to trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, gotta do it sooner or later, right?
Yeah. No, I'm down to go visit.
Do you think dragons have to pay taxes in this country?
In this town here, everybody does. They probably would tax a dragon.
Wow. I guess I gotta earn something first.
Well, I think probably saving the town would definitely merit something.
Yeah, and then I gotta pay taxes on that. Wow. Taxes.
Well, it depends. Maybe you should run for the government. After they're done with this,
I could be the king.
we don't know who's gonna run this place.
King Dragon.
Good do.
King Paul. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool. Let's eat eyeballs tomorrow. You want to eat all the eyeballs tomorrow? Because then we can visit Kingfisher.
I think it's a plan.
Yeah. You sure are pretty, Una.
Thanks, Paul.
How come you're always wearing a boat?
Oh, this was like an outfit that somebody from our old ship made me. And pretty much it's the only outfit I have. So I never really thought much about it. I wore a crazy dress to a dance we had to go to once, but I'm just kind of more comfortable in this. It reminds me where I come from. And that helps sometimes.
Maybe I'll make you a dress.
I like that.
Maybe out of some of these eyeballs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds interesting.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else you want to ask Paul?
How many different kinds of like things can you blow out of your mouth?
He says, well, a lot of times different stuff happens when I breathe on people.
Oh.
Sometimes they start fighting each other. Sometimes they forget where they are. Sometimes they just stare into space for a while. But it's real powerful stuff. If you want to try it, I'll breathe on you.
I don't know. I don't want to forget hanging out with you.
I don't want to forget either, Una. Okay. Who wants to do anything else before you go to bed? Alright, you guys go to fucking bed! You guys are asleep!
We're
You guys
taking
are-
watches, right? Ethan?
Yeah.
I'm poring over my scroll.
And then sleeping.
Yeah.
You are in a very heavily guarded facility with all sorts of shit, but
It's a dangerous
I
place.
guess if someone rolls a 1, we could just have a massive battle at the Mussover compound. Jasper, roll a 1.
Wait, are you telling me to roll a d20? In that case, I think Hassan should roll because he can never actually roll a 1.
Not the first try. Second try.
Whew! There's a 5% chance we passed.
A 1 out of 20, 5% chance that you'd have a massive battle. All right,
I'm ready for it though.
you are in bed. You are asleep.
We recover stuff.
During the night, things happen. Yeah, anything that you need to recharge.
Like my last level of exhaustion goes away.
Hey.
Never, guys. Let's never go to a volcano again.
Yep.
So, speaking of which, let's see. Alright, what was I gonna ask? Oh, yeah. I want to check everybody's attunement slots. See if anybody needs to attune to anything else while they're asleep. And I want you to tell me what you are attuned to and what your magic items are. I think we had a little chat on the thing, but I want to make a list now that you're sleeping of what are the 3 things that you're attuned to. And it can also serve as a good reminder, because some of you have had some really powerful magic items and not used them for ages. So anyone can go first?
I have no attunement slots used, but I do have a fancy scorpion dagger.
I believe mine are the Ring of Partial Flying, the Luck Stone, and the Staff of Weakened Woodlands.
Okay.
I think those are the 3.
Who else is going to tell me what they're attuned to?
I've got my headband of anti-mind control.
Yeah, Daphne, weren't you wearing one of those?
Oh, I have. Does it take an attunement slot? I have a headband of int protection, is what it says.
Yeah.
Run to the restroom real quick while we're going.
So that means that Lord Hans has a headband of
Can you get
wisdom
back? No,
protection.
let me get up.
Got it.
Yeah, of course.
Lord Hans, will you finish telling me your list before you go to the bathroom?
That was my list.
That's
I've
it?
got the Frigid Wicked Sickle, which I don't have to attune to, I think, right?
No.
That's
That's it? Alright, Una, what are you attuned to?
I'm not sure which of these requires, but I have a wristband of invisibility,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a cloak that does Beast Speaker.
Uh-huh.
I need my orb. And I think the only other thing maybe is that short sword of the Dryad. The idyllic short sword of the Dryad.
Yeah, idolic.
Idyllic.
We're supposed to be counting kills on
Yeah.
that short sword. Jasper?
One thing that I have that are magical are +1 short sword, and the pendant of life boon. And I don't know if either of those require attunement.
Are you wearing your pendant of life boon?
Yeah. I don't quite understand what it does. Does it? If I fail death throws, it helps me or
I
something?
think so.
It makes it so that if you take, so your
Oh, you can't.
your
outright
hit
die.
point, your hit points is 50, right?
Yeah.
So if you
Oh
took
no, 35.
Your
hit
max
points,
is 35.
oh sorry, I was looking at Hassan. Your hit points are 35.
Yeah.
That would make
So-
sense. Mine's 42.
If you took 71 points of damage, you'd be permanently dead.
Right.
If you're walking around with 35 hit points and somebody hits you with something that does 71 damage, you'd be permanently dead. If you're wearing the pendant of life's boon, it will break and then you won't die.
Okay. I'll just be knocked out and have to do the death throws and all that.
Yeah. So
Okay. So it protects me from a massive onslaught of hit points that could instantly kill me.
yeah. So like if Lord Hans takes 61 hit points worth of damage, he will die permanently.
Yeah.
But I too have a pendant of lifespan, and I forgot to mention that because I didn't think you had to attune to it.
That's right. So don't forget to wear it, man.
So I am wearing it.
So there's no attunement necessary for the pendant
no.
and the short sword, obviously, right?
No.
Okay, cool. So I have 3 slots available. Okay. Give me some magic.
I'm just gonna check the special items folder, see if there's anything exciting.
I have a whole bunch of flail snail mucus.
Yes, me too.
Has some. You didn't mention the War Leader's studded leather of dissolving.
Yeah, because I am not attuned to it.
Oh.
Since the other things are useful.
What are you wearing for armor right now?
I'm using it as armor. I'm just not attuned to it to use its powers.
Oh, you don't want to be able to cast Acid Splash as a bonus action?
Not really.
Okay.
Or yell really loud or something.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm
just wearing it because it's green.
Daphne, heart-shaped locket of vials.
Oh, that's right.
Put any liquid into this locket and take a short rest. When you finish the short rest, the liquid will be a type of basic poison. You can coat any weapon with this poison as a bonus action.
Wow, I do not have that written down. What? Okay.
Yeah, you found this locket.
Well, I think Una gave it to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she was so happy to see her again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You guys are long resting, surrounded by your equipment, so you will know shit if you didn't know before. You can coat any weapon with this poison as a bonus action. The poison lasts for 3 rounds. If hit by the poison-coated weapon, the creature must make a DC 14 con save or be poisoned for 1 minute and take 1d8 poison damage. On a pass save, the creature still takes 1d4 poison damage. You can also pour the poison on a creature as an action and achieve the same effect.
Good.
I've been trying to make you a poisoner this whole time.
I know.
One of these days,
Yeah.
We
I keep
should
giving
pass
you
out
I've
some-
got, I know, I have so much
We
poison.
should pass out some of these weapon coated poisons before
Yeah.
we face these infernal creatures.
it's one of those.
If they fail, we'll be at disadvantage.
I don't know about you guys, but in Baldur's Gate 3, I carry around all these potions and never use them.
I use all these poisons.
I
bonus
don't.
action.
I use them.
Where's
Yeah.
the
Of course you do.
Duh. Potion of
Sunday?
speed all day, baby.
Yeah.
Where's the potion of speed I've used? Where's OG Elenia Toth in person? Here it is. All right, I'm gonna put this item card in that channel,
Thank you.
and I need to make for you guys an interesting items channel, as I do for my online players, which has all of the items in it.
Mm,
I think
yeah.
I did that somewhere for you guys, but it's easier if you just have a separate channel with all the items listed in it.
Yeah,
Cool.
that'd make it easy.
Thank you.
Let's see. So Ring of Partial Flying, Cloak of the Beast Speaker, Headband of Wisdom or Intellect Protection. Each of you guys have one of those.
Yeah, I have the int.
Each of us?
No.
No, those two. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Weaken Staff of the Woodlands, Idolic Short Sword of the Dragon, Kingfisher's Poison Dagger. Is that the one that you have?
No, I have a. Well, I don't know. I have it in my thing as a scorpion dagger.
Did you get it from Kingfisher?
I have
You have his short swords.
I have a short sword.
Then
Which is a plus
Daphne
one.
has
Yeah.
the dagger.
okay, so then yes,
So,
that is from Kingfisher.
On a hit with the dagger, roll a d12.
Yep, and then
On a roll of 11 or 12, it does an additional 1d8 damage that is both poison and psychic.
Yep, got that.
Kingfisher's wristband, Una has that. Bonus action cast invisibility. OP. AF. Frigid Wicked Sickle, Adamantium Short Sword is not magical, but it overcomes all resistances to piercing and slashing damages, and it always does max damage against construct and inanimate or animate objects. It's pretty useful.
Who was that?
I think Una has that?
Frigid Wickle Sickle?
No.
The Adamantium Short
I
Sword?
got the Fishy Wicked Sickle.
That's
Adamantium
Mr.
sword.
Schwartz. I have the adamantium short sword.
And you also have the Fang of the Deep North,
Yes.
which, let's see, and then Jasper has the musket,
Oh yeah.
and you
a
used
pistol.
up your shield belt, right?
Yep, my uncle's or my grandfather's.
And then Daphne, aren't you attuned to the half plate of Featherfall, or did you
I
get
am not
better
attuned
armor?
to it. I am just wearing half the.
Okay. Do you want to be attuned to it? So you have 2
Yeah, I
armor
guess I
plates,
still
full
have a
charges of
slot
Featherfall?
left. Sure. Alright. Take notes. Feathered. Yeah, I guess it didn't. I'll make a note that it had to be tuned right.
This is the good part of D&D right here. This is the riveting part to watch on YouTube, I think. Fragile necklace of still healing words still hasn't broken itself. Are you still carrying around the beholder pendant in a lead box?
In a lead box.
Yeah. Daphne, you have the vellum of facsimile, which you have.
Yeah, I have used 1 page out of 5.
Right. You gotta take some pictures.
No, I'm
did
saving it for the mission.
She did a selfie.
I did.
Yeah, she does a selfie every morning.
Yeah.
And post it.
Yeah.
Has some.
All over town.
You should be attuned to the tiara of whimsy,
Oh, is that the thing I'm attuned to?
unless you don't want to be.
Yeah, that would be one of the ones.
Let's see. Yeah. So that requires attunement, and then it gives you an extra spell slot once every 2 long rests.
Once every 2 long rests?
Yeah, it says.
I know.
When this tall, shiny, loopy tiara is worn unobscured and visible to all.
Invisible to all?
And
visible to
visible.
all.
Oh, visible.
Orpheus says, "Hey, that's a pretty nice tiara."
Thanks.
It grants the wearer 1 extra level 1 spell slot. If the spell slot is expended, it only recovers after 2 long rests taken by the wearer. If the attuned wearer obscures the tiara from view or takes it off, something may happen. Let's see, so you're attuned to the woodland staff, you're attuned to the tiara, and then you said luckstone for the 3rd thing.
That's attunement, right?
Hold on, I lost my place. You ring of partial flying, so let me see the ring. Where are you, ring? Here you are. Ring of partial flying requires attunement. And then rules as written luckstone also requires attunement, so you must choose 3 of those 4 things.
Does somebody else want a ring of partial flying?
What does it do?
It lets you fly for 1 minute.
I'd take it.
That's pretty cool. I would.
Yeah. If you want it, Jasper, take it. I'll take it if you don't want it.
Yeah. No. I
It should be someone who can't cast fly.
Oh.
I don't know who
I
can
don't know.
cast
I don't
fly.
know fly.
I don't have
or
fly.
Can people yet? Is that a level
It's a
3?
3rd. It's a 3rd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I
didn't-
don't.
it's a good, it would be fun to put
Yeah.
on Una.
Yeah.
Yeah, death from above.
The fly,
Also with the musket from above.
I mean, it doubles your speed basically, because it gives you a 60-foot flying speed.
We should cast it on Paul.
Yeah, that's not redundant at all.
So you can fly for 1 minute.
1 minute.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Alright.
Yes, that's
Once per long rest, you can cast fly on yourself, but the duration is for 1 minute only.
Cool.
And is that once, like it recharges once every
Once per
long
long
rest? Yeah,
rest,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So that is Jasper, and that is range partial flying. Okay, yeah, I figure, I've been giving out like tons of magic items. It's a good idea to remember what we all have, because you might need them.
So I'll be able to attune tonight.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
So everybody knows what they're attuning to over the course of the evening, and you are waking. And now, the 5 of you and the 3 heart members sleeping on the floor start to wake up at 6 a.m. as plates of shredded beef and eggs are delivered to the sitting room. And like 10 plates of shredded beef and eggs are placed on the big old coffee table in the middle of the sitting room by the kooky red-haired Megan who works there.
Great.
Everybody can have 10 good berries.
Hey.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you.
giving 5 to each of the heart.
Okay. And Eto plays her flute. A morning tune. She's really annoying.
I'm getting like Jethro Tull is what.
She's not that cool. But she's thick as a brick. So yeah, you guys are all sitting there. What are you doing? Good morning. Sun shining.
Ah.
Are you here?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'll amble back in.
You didn't sleep outside.
Breakfast.
Walk of
Cradled
shame.
in the wind.
Across the courtyard.
We do what we can. Where have you been?
Hey all, this
Hi,
is
good morning. Hello.
some new friends here with us.
Hey, I'm Orpheus.
Orpheus.
He grabs a big chunk of beef and is like,
Uh-huh.
And Edo here.
oh, hello everyone.
Oh yes.
I'm Eto.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Do you
Yes.
have a ditty for each of us?
I do.
Oh, that's great.
Here's one for you.
I'm Jasper. That's great. I like your friends.
Awesome.
Scottish name for the musketeer.
And then this is Force and Fury.
Hey,
Yep. Enchanté.
They're gonna help us, save the world over here.
Yes.
Great.
here to clear up the bad and bring in the good.
Yep,
Yes.
we're good people.
Yes.
Good.
And we have 10 mages.
We are heroes, so,
Yes. Good morning. My name is Henry Squall.
Oh yeah, he's
Hey. Oh, Henry Squab, what a wonderful name.
Ah, thank you. Yes, humble origins, but the song suits me well.
Yes, of course. Yes, humble origins. I live in the woods.
Fascinating.
There's lots of bugs in the woods.
Oh, yes, of course. And deer
Yes.
and antelope.
Let's save the woods. Today.
Yes, well, I am an arrow and you are the bow. Shoot me where you like.
Such vivid imagery. It's really something.
That's Daphne.
Hi.
Hey.
She's not a morning person.
Oh no.
What is this eating?
The drow guy's checking you out. He's like, you have a dark air about you.
I get that a lot.
Yeah. Cool.
Is that Alex Jones?
It's like the first day of 10th grade or something.
Yeah, right. School, like going on a hot topic or something.
What's
We're
your,
going out for soccer or
what you got for 6th period?
Yeah.
I got geometry. Cool.
Right.
Well,
Orpheus
Well,
is like, where do you want us to go?
Right, lots of monsters to kill.
Oh yeah, so what's the plan? Are
Yeah,
we
we had
going
many
mage
different-
college?
So we.
Question. Yeah, I believe, weren't we going to, we had many ideas.
Mhm.
Where was Federal imprisoned? Is it
at the mage
Mage
college.
at the mage
somewhere.
college? Was that what we were talking about? Was trying to go and bust out Federal?
Well, we could talk to him, at least in brief,
Well,
possibly.
we can send him 25 words.
That might be helpful.
I'm sure that I would guess
Yeah,
that he's
you will
imprisoned in a place where he can't receive messages of that sort.
Well,
Yeah, he probably can't have spells.
well, if
Maybe.
he might not be able to. Well, can they send back?
They can reply one time.
But if she's the one, if Daphne's the originator of the magic, maybe. But yes, maybe they have some way of blocking it.
If
I
it
would guess.
if it's worth the spell slot to
It's
try.
We should have tried last night.
it is pretty expensive to do.
Yeah.
I can do it if we need to, but it requires to send that message requires the same effort to bring someone back from the dead, and I think that the one is
yes.
perhaps a little more important than the other today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well-
Hopefully, it's a moot point.
The other thought. What was the advice we got? To
Hey,
cut off the head
That's
of
great
the snake.
resource management.
Right.
To cut off
Yeah.
the head of the. Should we learned. Well,
Well, do we know
we
where
may
the
be
head
able
is?
to infiltrate the castle. What's that?
Oh yeah.
You know, the prince may know some ways in and out that he used.
That's probably a good way to go. I mean, somebody's leading all these idiots.
There's a knock at the door, and it's the prince of Valentis.
Oh.
Hey,
Hey,
we were just talking about you.
Speak of the prince.
Good morning.
Valentis.
The prince says,
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. Oh, we have some new arrivals as well.
"Hey."
That's hey, your grace, right?
Hey, your grace. The guy, he rolls his eyes. And Eto says,
We're here to help your friends kill bad things. So, yeah.
and the prince says,
Well, the more the merrier. Thank you all for working together to save this land. It is extremely frightening right now. So, what are your plans? Is there anything I can offer to help you?
Yeah, it sounded like somebody mentioned that you could sneak us into the castle.
Well, your grace, we were thinking of what might be the best approach, and if we were to take on the beasts in the castle, thinking that might help put an end to this, is there some discreet way that we could enter that maybe the monsters there don't know about?
and the prince looks at Valentis, and Valentis looks at the prince, and they look at each other, and the prince says,
I do know of a secret entrance to the castle. As you may know, one of the main rivers of the city flows through the castle grounds, and if you do it just right with a small enough boat, you can actually slip under the wall. At that point, you're in the castle grounds, but the next trick is to get into the keep. And what many don't know is that one of the buildings meant for storage has an underground passageway that connects to the kitchens. So we could enter the keep potentially undetected.
and Valentis interrupts and says, I've fought in a lot of battles, and I have to say, this seems dangerous. There are many guards whose minds seem to not be their own. You may recall we saw them eating each other. There are creatures floating around the castle grounds. There are all of these guards that are somehow turned. That castle is built for defense. You may have noticed when you were in there that it was built to be defended from the inside, even if the walls are breached. If those creatures know anything about combat, it would be extremely difficult. But take my word with a grain of salt, of course. Just a thought.
Do you have another suggestion?
It reminds me of the Battle of Sut Swamp. He takes out a little basket of shrimp and starts eating it. There were many of us that day along the edges of the swamp. The dwarves ran through the thick mud, the mud up to their waists, approaching us. We had only, and he just continues, tells a long war story while eating shrimp.
Yeah, I don't know what we'd be looking for in the castle right now, or who we'd be after. I'm of the opinion that we need to go maybe talk to this, try to get Federal out or figure out what's going on with Welrar Yurden.
Fair enough. That I was tasked by my family with getting to the bottom of the Welrar situation, and I'd be happy to do it if the rest of the party is game. However, I should warn you that.
Oh, who is your family?
Yes,
The
the
squabs.
The squab?
The squads of the lower chop, right? Is
Yes,
that
exactly.
where your people are from?
My cousin,
They go back generations.
My cousin is a servant there
Your
at the Mage College.
Your family, the squabs, have. Oh, maybe you know of a secret entrance to the Mage College.
Perhaps I could ask around, but I would say this: the Mage College would seem to be as dangerous, if not more, if this. Forgive me if I forget his fancy name. Wilrard Muirden is in power. Don't you agree, Your Highness?
Oh yes, it's interesting how you maintain eye contact so well with a royal member of the family.
Yes, he's rather
Mr.
forward.
Yes.
This one, yes.
It's interesting that your family, the squabs of the Chuck, have asked you to liberate the Mage College, but
They're concerned about my cousin.
I appreciate your help in this
A
matter.
scullery worker there.
Yes, your manservant is quite bold, and thank you for your service to our country. There is no contribution too small. So perhaps your cousin would be able to sneak everyone into the Mage College so that you could liberate Fadra-Rul.
Oh, that'd be great, Henry.
Yes.
I'll have to.
Valentis says, I'm confused as to how this will save the city from the creatures. If Ilario was here, he would tell us to dive into the pit and strike at the pupil of the eyeball. But, again, just thoughts from an old man.
Well, would he? Please, I don't mean to speak out of turn, but
No, we're getting
Yeah.
used to it.
Yeah.
And by the way,
Go
if
ahead,
anyone knows
Squab.
if anyone knows a good manservant who needs some employment,
Squab really represents that man on the street viewpoint. We find really handy.
does this
Yes.
Ilario have
salt of the earth.
have enough armed forces at his back to attempt this?
The prince says, well, I suppose you, Henry Squab, you could ask him yourself, or your group could ask him yourself. He is here, and Ilario is quite eager to send his Anaranjado family into the one of these fiery pits, I suppose.
So those are three potential courses
Yes.
laid
And-
before us.
You know,
He reaches out in the hallway and he sees Megan walking by, and he says to me, Megan. Yes, Your Highness. Megan, could you please send for Ilario to come and speak with us?
Now-
And Megan goes to get him.
I once read the most fascinating book that I learned to read in my advanced age. It was a military book, and it brings to mind an idea that perhaps this Ilario could
Your manservant talks quite a bit. It's very interesting.
could
So
perform a frontal
interestingly-
assault that would create a diversion.
Roll deception, please.
Yes.
Hang on, let me see my.
You're inhabiting this role is tenuous at best.
I think I may have left something downstairs.
Yes, that's right.
He's really selling it with the physicality.
Yes.
It's just
And perhaps in this book that I read, as a commoner, as one does, perhaps a frontal assault into the pit would create a diversion that would leave the castle less defended. Very interesting war story.
And Valentis says, yes, it could be a good idea to split the party. Send half of you into the maw and half
Yes.
of you to the mage college.
For instance, we could send Ilario and his family, along with Henry Squab, into one of the 4 gaping holes, and the rest of us could either head toward the mage college or to the castle. We should also not forget that we have additional help down below and a dragon who may be willing to help us.
And the prince says, well, I must attend to a couple matters downstairs, but are there any other questions you want to ask me before I go?
Yes, would you be kind enough to draw us a map of the secret entrances to the castle?
Or maybe somebody could
Yeah.
have somebody prepare that. Your Grace, if that were appropriate.
Forgive
Yes,
me, I'm but a
I'll
simple
have one
commoner.
sent up.
Very well. Thank
It
you.
is,
Your Grace.
it is impressive, of course. I know many of you, all of you, come from noble backgrounds, or non-noble backgrounds, so I suppose it makes sense that your servant would be treated equally with you. By the way, what happened to Lord Hans
Not
again?
quite
He was once
equally.
with you, wasn't he?
Yes, I think he had something to attend to. He returned. I think he returned to the Tamerwing compound and.
Oh yes, very insular, very aloof, the Tamerwins,
Yes.
never involving themselves in politics,
Yes.
Yes.
hoarding so much power behind their green walls, and
Yes.
never emerging in times of need.
They're assholes. You can say it. It's all right.
I wonder, with such horrors befalling the city, why the Tamerwins are not participating in saving the city.
This is something Henry Squab was just saying to us.
So
the other
true,
night,
Your
yes.
Grace. So
This
true.
hideous neutrality of the Tamerwin family could be the end of our entire city.
It's not my place to speak on the machinations of nobles, sire.
Now he sounds like a stable boy. I'll see you later. Come, Valentis.
Jake disappears and doesn't return. That was great. Nice natural 20. I was about to say I forgot something and said you don't again.
So, okay, I'm asking this as Laura because I was not here for the session that was at the Mage College. Rinrar Mirden, to what end would we be letting him out? Is the expectation that he would help?
No,
Fodder
Mirrodin took
Fodder rule.
over.
Oh, no, who's the
and-
bad one? Right, yes.
Yeah.
Fajrul is the blue-skinned one
Right.
who is in prison after the
Right,
murders
so,
of the
okay, so
Mage
if we let him out, though, the expectation would be that he would help.
Yeah.
Yes, and he
Do
could enlist the
Mage
mages of the
College.
Mage College.
And
yes.
he's
And we think
super
he would just
powerful.
because he'd be super grateful. Like, do you guys?
Well, because we
He's-
think
know
he
him,
was
like-
on the side of not.
Oh, right, I'm
opening
not
the
opening the
portals
beer.
and-
Right.
He is
And-
also, though, rather
Okay.
detached.
Yes, but
Or
he may have come around. You never know.
Yeah, he
he's
might-
now been held prisoner by Winrow.
He might
And
just not
he's
give a shit.
Been
Yeah.
accused of the murders, though, of the
Yeah.
other mages.
It's also-
I guess we don't know where the head of the serpent is,
We
right?
don't.
Because Jasper
Right.
feels like we have to just
Right.
let's stop pussyfooting around visiting places. We
Right,
have to
it
go
seems
attack.
the Mage College to me seems, pardon the expression, but a roll of the dice. If we don't know for sure that this person will be an ally,
Mm-hmm.
that might waste time we don't have.
On the other hand, the Mage College, not to, but respectfully, like the Mage College may be currently aligned with all of this, and even just neutralizing them might be helpful.
And
This is
Wilrun-
again why we call it a roll of the dice.
Yes.
Mirrodin might be the new queen. In fact, I think he is. And in order to, if we're
Well, then that's a good thing, right? Then we gotta take him out if that's
yes,
the case.
and if we're gonna fight Mirrodin, then we need another equally powerful mage on our side. Because Mirrodin is going to be an insanely powerful adversary.
Well, I hear you're pretty insanely powerful too, Squab.
Oh, I have the power of a commoner's heart.
And what of Killshaw?
Yes.
Is how many days away? at
She's
this point?
some days away.
It's like 2 days.
More, I think. Well, at least a number of days.
I
I had the
don't- I
idea
don't
that we
think-
could reach out to her and enlist her aid.
Yes, I don't think we
person.
can wait, but the cavalry will be welcome when it arrives, I think.
Well, except that
It's not-
I agree. Except that the
not
prince and the
really
nobles are
well.
not.
if we can
If we can
swing
swing
it
her,
to make it make sense.
They were 4 days away when you were on your way in. So if you've taken one long rest
So
here,
3
then that's
days.
3 days away.
yeah. But I did think we should. I had this idea that we could have some sort of temporary alliance, or at least have them set aside their
When they
competing
get here,
claims
They
to the
can
throne. But we
If
need
it's
to.
later, she will wipe the floor with the prince. Do we not think?
Well, it's also the noble houses too. But yes, but we need to swing her. She's coming here, as far as we know. She knows nothing of this, and she's coming here to take over the city.
Right.
And so somebody needs to reach
Yeah.
out. And
Not much of a city to take over.
Right.
so,
But yeah, if she's 3 days away, there's not much we can do with her anyways.
right.
I guess we can see what happens in the next day or two. That might be a lot.
If we survive. So the other thing is, no matter what we do, we're talking about just us. I guess there's no way to leverage or use our our dragon friend currently, unless we were going to do some sort of big assault on the castle.
I mean,
Go
we can
down
just
into one of those
fly,
pits.
fly to the mage college. on
That
the
was my
dragon.
thought, was that I just would go land on top of it somewhere and
But it's
take an invisible dragon again and just sneak around. But I don't know much, I don't know in terms of mage college, like where obviously they all have magic and then knowing like where in there he is and if that's a useful thing. But I also don't know in terms of like what the plan is, jumping in a fucking crater with all
I
these
think we should
eyeballs.
not do that. I have no problem sending the Unrados to do whatever they wish with this, but I am not jumping into it.
If there were just one, I could see the logic
Yeah.
of doing that, but
Or
that there's
if
four
we even
or
knew
more.
how it worked. As of right now,
That
then
seems like a
I
way to
can
get
see
killed very
inside it.
fast.
how do you see inside it?
Well, I think I could, with my power of clairvoyance, I could at least get some sort of glimpse down below.
That-
I don't know what I would see, and
I mean,
I wouldn't
that-
want to keep doing it over and over again.
We could probably go to a hole and then have you look down and see if it's even worth going down there.
Didn't somebody say they saw, like, that it looked like there were steps or something leading down?
I mean, it sounded like there's a pathway, not necessarily steps.
Okay.
Right, when we passed the holes
Do you want to
And-
try the cafeteria?
Oh, thank you, yes.
and we looked in, there was like a pathway,
Goodberry? Thank
but
you.
not really steps, right?
In the chasms, there was like a way down.
What was that?
Jake, did you hear Haslam's question?
What?
Or I mean, what? Nicholas'
What?
Full version.
When we were looking into the hole, you said that it looked like there might be a pathway down, but not steps, right?
When you were looking,
Mm-hmm.
Somebody
like
got.
when you were in rat form.
Yeah, and I was like looking up from You said like as I got closer that there looked like there's like sort of a pathway, but not like steps or anything.
Yeah. I don't remember what you rolled for perception. You can roll retroactively, and I'll tell you
Alright.
what you see in your
I mean-
memory.
I feel like it was high, but
What'd you get for perception?
17 plus 10. 27.
Near the surface, it looked like rocks, like an exploded rock crater with fire bursting out of the center of it. But peering down deeper, the soil almost looked like pulsating flesh, like an eye socket.
Ooh.
It looked like you could go down the side of the crater without being directly in the flame, and perhaps there could be a way to go further down the bottom.
Okay.
You don't know.
I tell that to you all during my misadventures. I noticed this.
I think if we go to the mage college, we're actually attempting to free Fudrul, which we don't really have a plan how to do. If we go to the castle, I think we simply want to see what's inside, what's in the throne room, and
Yes.
who's giving the orders if we can. We're going to try to reconnoiter what's going on and escape with as little combat as possible.
And if we go into one of these holes, I think we'll gain a better understanding of what we're facing. I can see inside the throne room.
No,
Hey, listen,
yeah,
inside the
we've
throne
been
room.
there
It is.
before.
Are we within a mile of the throne room, Jake?
We should be.
Also, didn't your dad,
Exactly, slightly more than one.
did your family say something about that Welrar is studying the monsters or something? I have a note that says Welrar was studying the monsters. just in terms of-
Yeah, somebody told you that. Somebody told you that.
They dragged the monster in.
Oh,
Somebody told you that Welrar imprisoned Fadrul for the murders, convinced everyone that he should be like the tyrant of the Mage College during this time of emergency, and he's been studying the eyeball creatures to try to figure out what's going on.
Well, we maybe shouldn't be too quick to assume that he is allied with these forces.
Perhaps we could speak to Welrar and make a decision for ourselves. That seems like an interesting idea. Approaching him in peace,
Well,
we can't deceive him. But if our intention is truly simply to ask what he's doing and what he's learned about the creatures, let's do it.
Yeah, it would be good to learn more.
okay.
And we'll
And in
know.
the meantime, I believe if I move maybe 30 feet in that direction, I can give us very quick information on what's going on inside the throne room.
I
if
should
it's
love to
helpful.
know, yes.
You can do clairvoyance from here.
Okay. So the plan would be still to gather information, not to take on.
Well,
These
if you
creatures.
can clairvoyance it first.
Right, and then to go to the mage college.
Yes, that would be my vote.
So another day, I guess, of gathering information. But
We'll-
sooner or later, I think we have to.
We'll
just-
go to the mage college. Don't worry, something will attack us.
Yeah. A group of this big is
Okay.
not.
Nice.
Okay.
We should definitely take like 2 more sessions gathering information.
Yes, I know. Jasper's feeling a little frustrated.
I mean,
with
we
this.
did
He's-
take a month off.
he's
Now's
feeling
the
a
time
little-
to gather information.
He's feeling a little more sympathetic to his blood brother Ilariel's viewpoint.
Alright, you and Ilario.
Yeah.
Go
You
jump
can
in the pit.
jump in the hole and
Yeah.
we'll
So,
the rounds will-
Or go to the castle.
Well, yeah. Look inside the throne. See what's
So
up.
I will.
Yes,
Jasper will do
please.
that. He will. He will. We're in a big crowd here, so he'll go into one of the bedrooms where it's a little quieter, and any of the party who wants to join can. But
Yeah.
and will sit and he will cast clairvoyance. And the last 10 minutes. Jake, we haven't been really paying attention to components, but this is one that has like a more valuable component. So if you want me to like cut out some gold pieces. A focus worth at least 100 gold pieces.
It's not consumed,
Yeah.
so it's
Okay.
something that you carry with you that you use that's worth 100 gold pieces.
Okay. I'm gonna reduce by 100 gold pieces.
Either a jeweled horn for hearing or a glass eye for seeing.
I would like both, and I will pay 200 gold pieces if that's okay.
Okay, you're gonna take 200 gold pieces off in the
Yeah.
name of honesty.
Yeah.
Which one are you gonna do today?
Well, I can switch between them. So I'll start with on an action. I can switch between them. So I'll start with the glass eye for seeing, and I'll sit and do my other components and cast clairvoyance and pull out this glass eye. And I'm focused on the throne room.
What you see is not the throne room. It looks like the inside of someone's stomach or torso or eye socket. Just in the back of the room where the beautiful stained glass would shine its light down over the throne, you do see the glimmer of the top of a sharp arch of stained glass. And you realize that yes, this is the throne room, but it is now spherical in nature, like a beating, pumping organ, the inside of a heart with openings, ventricles, liquid, sweating walls. And as you watch, one of the floating eyeballs that you've seen in the streets passes through, and then another. You see 2 castle guards walking mechanically. One of them salutes the eyeball creature. The eyeball creature flies closer to the guard as the guard continues to salute. And the guard's head is bitten from his body by the sharp teeth of the floating eyeball, crunching the bones and blood in its mouth. As the body falls to the floor, and another one of the eyeballs flies towards the fallen corpse, thwacking its pointy, sharp tentacles onto it. You see blood coursing up the white tendrils, the tendrils turning pink and red as the blood of the corpse enters this maggot-white creature, and it becomes pink for a moment. The spherical walls, ceiling, and floor of the once throne room throbbing in ecstasy as the guard is consumed.
Whoa.
So we're going?
So I will watch this and discuss for about 10 minutes. Jasper will switch once, although he doesn't think he's going to hear anything, to his jeweled horn to see if he hears anything. Any dialogue or anything. Yeah, that's what I suspected. Yeah. Everyone, the throne room, it's been transformed into living flesh. It's like the inside of an organ that's pulsating.
Fascinating.
There are guards about, walking around, subservient, and those eyeball creatures. I saw a guard salute one of the eyeball creatures,
Yeah.
which then ripped the guard's head off
Ugh.
and consumed it. And the throne room just started pulsing in some sort of recognized ecstasy.
Well then.
So they're all connected somehow, is what you're saying.
Yes,
It
and
seems so.
like just like these, did it look kind of like what the holes look like? Kind of, or did it remind me of what I've
Do
seen?
the holes look? Do you mean like do they look like
Like the
ventricle?
fleshy,
So like
yeah.
What he said about what it looks like way at the bottom of the crater?
I guess so. Yeah, so I'll relate to Hassan what I saw and say it sounds like maybe something like what you saw. Like there's some giant organic
Is that similar to what I said?
Yeah.
monster that is consuming the entire structure of the city.
Well. To the Mage College then.
That sounds terrible. We should also try to kill every single one of these things that we see.
Yes. We should at least try to see what it's like to fight them.
Yes, I agree.
Because if they are connected, the more of them we destroy might weaken whatever the hell this thing is.
Unless do we think it is propagating them itself? Is there an infinite supply?
I mean, if it's something like a body of a person or an animal, it could be like the immune system and blood vessels and things of, when you look into the organs of the animal,
Jasper's like totally perplexed
they're
and
all
fascinated by it.
connected.
What?
So it's like,
Huh.
if we get rid of stuff,
I-
it might weaken whatever this thing is.
I have no idea what Hassan was saying, but I will say that when the monster ate the guard's head, it seemed to give strength to the pulsating organ.
That's
So
an-
maybe killing these beasts would compromise it in some way. Or
Perhaps the other side of that is if we face one and are not ready because we don't know exactly what we're fighting and it eats one of us, then we have made it stronger and we are done then.
Definitely do not let it eat one of us.
No.
I would agree with that.
It seems like they have some kind of mind thing. They have the eyeball things.
Disintegration.
One had electricity.
Did we see it disintegrate anything?
A horse. yeah.
Lisa, the
Yeah, he
horse.
Lisa.
Yeah, disintegrated Lisa the horse.
I had been in disintegration right down earlier. I think I saw one on the street when we were outside too.
Yeah.
I was shot at multiple times. It caused terrible things to happen in
There's
areas.
the incurable poison shooting one that we only have 2 things.
Yeah,
of
right. 2 vials of
poison
poison.
cure.
Maybe we can do like a trap, because I feel like they're gonna be very perceptive. It might be hard to sneak up against them.
Right.
But if we like set traps, they're looking for something. They're looking for probably people to eat, right? To get stronger. So if we can like make an illusion of a person that they go after and trap
Oh.
this thing.
In 3 more hours, I'll be able to cast a glyph that can turn into exploding runes or a fireball.
Do we want to give them 3 hours to do a glyph? That...
In 3 hours, as part of a long rest, you need another full day to pass.
Tomorrow we can set this trap.
Wow, time's a ticking.
Well, so we could go to the Mage College. We could fly there without just us. Without.
Well, I guess you could do it in 3 hours. You don't
Oh,
have to
yeah,
take a long
10
rest. You could
other
just
mages.
stop and finish.
Yeah, and
Perhaps
Studying
we
for
should
3
interview
hours.
our 10 other mages.
And see what their capabilities are. I feel like their capabilities probably not as good as
Not
our
as good
Henry
as our
Scrub
guy.
over here.
Not as good as Scrub, because you need a man in the street.
Yeah, he's the man of the streets.
That's
so
right.
He knows the real strong spells.
I like the atmosphere in this
this
castle.
I'm just thinking of these. I'm also just thinking of like, I'm just remembering the little magical guys that live by the volcano and how they stop the other ones from coming up with a magic. I'm just wondering, is there a way to plug the hole magically? Is there something we can do
We could
Rocks
also,
fall.
with people and eventually?
Good
can
large, right?
if we want to know about
Yeah.
these creatures, it's possible that Well-Run Yurden will simply give us the information we want.
Can we trust anything he says about these?
I mean, it might be good to find out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, if he says that the creatures are beneficent and helpful and that they shoot rays of healing, then we'll know that he's truly turned.
Genius.
Well, if he says something like that, we attack him immediately, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he's not gonna be dead though. We are the heroes of the city, after all.
Yes.
What did? Are we? We're alone right now in our.
Yeah.
About this. What didn't your?
Except for the 3 members of the heart,
No,
Oh, they're with
he wanted
I
to
went
go
into the
into a
bedroom.
separate
mindlessly
room.
obeying you.
Yeah, I think we are. I think we are separated.
Yeah.
You told them the 3 to wait in the
Just-
sitting room.
yeah.
When I was doing the clairvoyance, I
Yeah.
wanted some quiet. Didn't your uncle? Did he say anything about the Mage College?
He wants me to investigate Mirrodin
Okay.
and see
And also
what's
that
afoot at the Mage College.
Also that they captured a thing and that they were trying to figure something out. So
So how best to approach the Mage College?
I think we could simply fly there and ask for an audience with Well-Run.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like he would just attack us. That wouldn't make any sense either.
Right.
How do you restore our magic again? You have this wonderful ability.
I do. I can give you back spell slots.
Okay.
Anytime.
Later. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna take another invisible trip.
I guess so.
How many people can we bring with the dragon? Is it 8?
I think it's us plus we had Snorky before, so there's 6.
I'll let you take 8 total.
Okay.
I would say
It's gonna be pretty heavy. You're gonna have to fly at half speed, but max 8.
Snorky and Lemongrass. And one more mage?
Or
Or
one
one
of
of
our
our,
new friends.
yes. Fury. I like this Fist of Fury, forged in Fury.
Forged it, dude.
Probably not.
And then maybe
Penta.
not, and then maybe not Snorky.
Your most powerful mage. He's annoying. Fuck him.
Snorky is. He's very powerful. We should bring him.
He's not very powerful.
He's
but
gonna be the strongest of the mages.
Yeah.
Alright. And of course, Lemongrass. Someone I completely trust. Someone who's quite capable in combat.
Up to you. You tell me who the three are that you're putting on the dragon with you.
That's my vote. Lemongrass, Snorky, and Fist of Fury, or Forged in Flame.
So Forged and Fury, I know he's a drow, but does what again? Is he a
He's a ranger.
He's a ranger.
You get a ranger, a bard, and a
Right.
fighter.
Right.
And Entrance is Entrance is like level 5-ish, and your 10 people are like level 3-ish. But Entrance is he would tell you this, so I'm not spoiling anything. But his spell list is focused around illusion magic. So
He has told us that.
Yeah, he's told us that
Yeah.
several times.
One thing I would
Pudding
say,
is trying to get our respect.
Yeah.
So, because one argument made is that, mages are powerful with magic, but their bodies tend to be a little squishy. So maybe if we bring the big guy, that Orpheus guy,
The fighter.
instead
the Goin gets
of
tough, he
Fortune
can
Fury,
pop.
Well, we're bringing Lemongrass. He's also a fighter, right?
Yes.
Oh,
it's
right,
really
then
good.
okay, then maybe you could.
he's a paladin.
my only other almost meta thought that Jasper says, not knowing why he said meta at that moment, is having two bards would greatly award everyone heightened attacks.
We tell her to leave the flutes or whatever.
You want the flautist, huh, Jasper?
She's dying first.
Kind of cute. What?
I said she's dying first.
Well, no, Jasper, if you're interested in this
No,
role,
no, but I'm
why
just
not bring her?
thinking,
But
how
it's
sometimes
true.
I can speak words of encouragement. If she has also this
I kind of like her
ability,
little flute.
we would all have greatly enhanced attacks.
I don't think it will come to open combat, and honestly, if we engage in combat against Welra, I don't know how much of a chance we stand. He's extremely powerful.
Okay.
Well, if that's the case, then supposedly bards are good at talking, right?
That's so they say.
Well, and I think you all have seen that demonstrated.
Well, I know you are, but Ecto it seems a little more
we are
like
having
me, maybe? I don't know.
She's nowhere near as wonderful as you
Oh, that's very
Yeah.
sweet of you.
guys.
Okay, so Snarky, Ito, and Lemongrass? Is this?
Is that
Sure.
the plan?
Question. You mentioned we can't deceive him. Does that mean he's gonna know exactly who you are as soon as we show up?
I believe so. I believe he will.
But you won't know Snarky.
He may know. He may
Well,
know something.
why do you think he has like true sight or something? Like, what do you think's going on?
Well,
Because if so, just put like a physical disguise on yourself.
I can alter myself.
Well, alter yourself.
Well, he
you'll
will see that. Right.
But if
The men of the people can, get down in the mud or whatever.
Yeah.
Aren't you
Not
doing
magical
alter
means.
self regularly?
I had been, but not yet this morning.
Although again, the problem is that this is a magical
So the
means rather
prince
than
saw
a
you?
practical
The
one.
prince saw me, yes.
Wait,
Although
you
I was, yes. Henrik Squab wears a hood of the common people, and he's covered in filth, as the common people are. He also has grown a beard,
Uh-huh.
which is
Is
not
it
very
like
One
like
night?
a middle schooler?
No,
like
he had his beard
green
from.
whiskers?
He had the
Do
beard
you want to
from Congress.
retroactively cast Alter
Yeah.
Self?
I think that was the plan, was
Alright.
you'd be casting it.
Yes.
How long does it last? 8 hours?
I think it's 1 hour.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Sure,
not
I'll
bad.
alter
Wow.
I
myself.
think it's 1 hour too.
Oh.
Actually, I did learn disguise self to not burn and alter self.
I could punch you in the face.
So,
Yeah, do you see that? I mean, that would work.
which one did you cast?
I'm gonna take a disguise self.
Okay, so level 1 spell slot instead.
Okay.
If we were trying to make him look different, what skill would that be? Deception?
Could punch him in the face.
Like
Make
if
who
it's-
look different to whom?
Like him look just
Like he's
different
like a
in general,
disguise
like,
kit or something.
Like
A
yeah,
disguise
physically
kit. Yeah.
make him
Do you
look
guys have a disguise kit?
I don't.
I pop my head out
I
to
am
the three
a
guys.
thespian, though.
Any of you have a disguise kit?
I think you should just use disguise self.
Alright.
And that lasts an hour?
It lasts an hour.
Okay.
Who are you asking? You're asking the three
The three
people?
hearts?
The bard, the ranger.
I feel like the bard would probably have
I
one.
know, let me roll.
It would be hilarious if the fighter had one.
Yes, she has a disguise kit.
I mean, we can go that way.
It's gonna be like makeup
Big
Yeah.
bad man.
Yeah.
Right.
Because then it can't be
She's
magic away.
she's
and
like
that's as long as the
she's
color.
like, oh, what would you like me to do with the disguise kit?
We want to make him look more.
Oh,
Do you see my
I
face?
picture a nice smoky eye. And she starts putting eyeshadow on.
Perfect.
No, this really does make
nice-
your eyes pop.
Smoky eye, and then we do the right here
Little
curls
cat eye.
Oh,
like a
yeah,
cat
yeah.
eye.
Can we do
A
something
smoke
about
eye
his
and a
lips?
cat
They
eye.
look so thin.
But you can fill them
Oh
up.
yes, a lip liner to
Overdraw them a bit.
thicken your lips.
Oh,
You have a nice pouty lips now.
Eat the bee stung. It's very
Yes,
good.
and
He's so pale too.
he
I
needs
don't
little
know.
freckles. Yes, perfect.
and she's drawing this on top of my disguise, self-disguise.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You're disguised. Oh, a little
You're
blush
double disguised.
and powder.
Yeah, some setting powder.
Thank you,
Yes,
Eto.
it suits you actually.
Oh,
Very helpful.
fair enough.
Well, now you don't look like Lord Hans or Hank.
Well, we'll see.
That was great.
So are you really bringing you three people? Are you bringing Entrance, Eto, and Lemongrass? Is that your choice?
Well,
Sorry.
I think if this is meant to be an ostensibly diplomatic mission,
I'm gonna kill her immediately. She's gonna fall off the dragon.
What?
Oh, come on.
Why did you give her two?
Okay, we can bring.
No, I'm kidding. You can bring her. You can bring her. She'll be fine.
Jasper, do you want to take the lead in questioning Welroy, since he may recognize me if I speak too long?
Why would he? I mean, sure, but yeah, it's
Right,
fine.
If not,
When did you talk to him?
we spoke to him. We spoke to him at Welroy at the Mage College, yeah.
And we didn't antagonize him.
No, certainly
No,
not.
so as far as you know,
We
like
met
we
him.
went
I
off
thought
to.
we never met him.
Yeah, I
I
thought
thought
we
we just
never
heard
met him
about
either.
it. We met Federal.
Yeah, we met Federal very shortly.
But as far as he knows, we just left. We used the teleportation to go to Parvus.
Yeah, probably.
To,
He probably fucked us in the teleportation machine, but who knows?
Right.
We don't know that.
well, we don't know. So I'm just saying he won't necessarily be antagonistic towards us. He may be disinterested or whatever.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm happy to speak in that case.
Alright, then when we get closer I can do what you've done, make you even more eloquent than,
Thank you.
yes.
All right.
All right. So which three are you taking?
So, I mean, sounds like Ito, Lemongrass, and
Well,
Snarky. No?
I mean, my one question about Snarky, we're going through all this for him is, well, I mean, he's not disguised. I guess he didn't know who Entrance is.
Would he know who Chesley is? There's no reason for Welroy to have ever seen Chesley, right?
The Tamerwinds are supporters and partial funders of the Mage College. They have many interactions, so it's possible.
So maybe don't take two people that you know
Yes.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yeah, don't surround yourself with Tamara.
Yeah.
by your family.
So, but then
Although
we should take.
could he be a bargaining chips? Because like if the Tamerwinds are allies of the Mage College, maybe he's a meat shield and they don't want Entrance it could cause beef between him and the Tamerwinds if something happens to Entrance.
I'm just going off of
I don't
that Daddy Tamerwin said if
Don't let
if
anybody
he's
know.
discovered
Right.
who he is, then we lose our 10 mages and all of the support.
Yeah.
So then we should just take our 3 new companions.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
Great. That is what we are
You're
doing.
taking the 3 new companions.
Yes.
The three hearts.
Forged in fury, Orpheus and
Pass him in the
Eto.
hearts, right again.
Pass them in the hearts.
Hassle.
So the eight of you are getting on the dragon and flying away.
Yes, I cast invisibility on the dragon. We explained this all to Eagle of Splendor. That we're going to the Mage College. And
Eagle of Memory.
Eagle of Memory? Eagle of Memory. Thank you.
Eagle of
Yes.
Memory. Eagle Splendor is what I will be casting shortly.
Ah, that's right.
Yes.
Is anyone doing anything else before the 8 of you load onto the dragon, cast invisibility on him, and fly to the Mage College?
No?
You all know you got 10. You're very
Yes.
fair.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. We're gonna take a break.
Okay.
Guys, turn the dragon invisible. You get on the dragon. You tell those 3 to hang on tight. You zip out of the Mussover compound. meadows, red mansions behind you, zooming, Superman, Wonder Woman style over the city. Paul is like, yeah.
The three hearts were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're absolutely amazed.
I'm picturing a quiet like scene where Hassan's like explaining to them what we're gonna do. They're all just like their eyes are going, except Orpheus. Actually, only one of their eyes is like that.
Yeah, Orpheus and Forged in Fury are
Yeah.
stoic,
Playing it cool.
rad dudes. Forged in Fury is checking you out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's a lot of romance. It's PG-3. It's influence.
What is life? Life is romance,
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Jasper.
Yeah.
Swooping, the Mage College, as you may recall, looks like two asymmetrical wings. A white marble wing with black marble veins shooting through it that is smaller, which is the library, and a larger black wing, black marble with white veins shooting through it, that is the Mage College itself. And imagine really daring, interesting architecture, a very large building that is black, wing-shaped and large. And so you swoop closer to that. It's raised above the city a bit, very visible, swooping towards that thing, getting closer. Anything you're saying or doing?
Should we let's just land
Yeah.
in the
I think
grounds?
Right before we land, I will cast Eagle's Splendor on Jasper for advantage on charisma checks.
It's a level 3?
It's a level 2.
It's a level 12?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, 12.
It is a level 2.
Think?
Yes.
So, yeah. So, the entrance to the Mage College is, there is a door to the library and a door to the Mage College that are at the top of a long series of stairs. So are you trying to land on the stairs or at the foot of the stairs and walk up, or are you going to land on top of this sort of marble wing of the building, or what?
So the stairs go up to a landing, or they kind of ascend into the building? I forget.
Yeah, landing. Two
Yeah.
doors.
Would tell Paul and point down to the landing. Do we see people there? On the
Nope.
landing? Okay, to take us down right there at the top of the stairs on the landing.
Okay. He swoops down.
Great. All right.
Right as he's about to get to the landing, he smacks into an invisible barrier.
Oh,
Everybody make dexterity saves.
7.
You fallen, girl.
19.
20.
8.
Ooh.
You have advantage, Una.
Oh. I'm gonna throw dice on the ground. How
Do
about
it.
that? Oh, that's 15, 16.
All right. Edo falls off the dragon, takes 8 bludgeoning damage.
She can eat her good berries.
She's a vegetarian. Daphne 7.
Okay. Then we'll eat 7 good berries.
Who's the other one that rolled low?
What'd you roll?
6, 7.
9 damage for you.
Oh! God! Son of a bitch!
You're supposed to be invisible.
Ah! Oh! Ah! I'm eating.
But that sounds like a commoner. That is very good.
This reminds me of that
That sounds
manual
like-
labor.
That sounds like our old companion, Lord Hans.
So the dragon smashes into this invisible barrier. He's flying confidently right down to the landing, and then just as he's about to get it, just and hurts himself quite a bit, and rolls down onto the stairs, sort of the bottom of the stairs, where the rest of you, that haven't fallen off, were clinging onto his back, and the ones of you that fell off, you feel the force of the collision, and you fall back and conk onto the this marble staircase that goes upwards. And you're sort of laying there, having taken damage with the dragon a little bit further down the staircase below you. And Paul's like, "Wow, not cool."
Eagle of memory, are you hurt?
Yeah,
Can we help you?
It hurts right here.
We can't see you, Eagle of Memory. Are you pointing at your wing?
It's right here. My neck, the base of my neck.
Your neck.
Can I do a medicine check to try to?
It's a
know.
bull dragon.
Sure, he's disadvantaged because he's invisible.
Yeah, I don't know. Just trying to assess the
awesome.
situation.
Awesome.
Oh, with disadvantage, that's a 12.
He seems hurt,
Yeah,
but it also seems like he has a lot of hit points.
yeah.
Oh, Eagle of Memory, I'm sorry. I guided us down. I didn't think what I should have, that they would have some sort of barrier up these mages. Are you okay?
I know it stings.
Oh, my neck really hurts, but whatever. I'm a hero, right? Like Hassan always says.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll cast good berries and give him 10 good berries.
Oh, thanks. Yum. I feel completely full and satiated.
Yep.
Okay.
So everybody is back to full health with good berry eating?
Including our
The
new
bard eats
companions.
5, so she's at 30. So she's not at full health.
How much?
3 more.
Anyone got 3?
I'll give her.
I'll give her one.
I'll give her 3. It was my fault this happened.
Bard's at full health. Daphne, you're at full health.
Uh-huh.
And Hansy, we're going to pump you up. Did you take some good berries too?
I did.
Squat.
Alright.
Squat. That's how you
Squat.
spell Geo.
All right.
The DM calls you by your true name. Cool. You take some damage, you eat some good berries, you're laying there on the staircase.
So does rubbing Paul's neck.
Oh, his invisible neck.
Invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Well,
like,
Palpate.
Oh,
Is there?
thanks,
Elbows.
girl.
he's like, this was worth it.
I go, hello,
Good hands, Una.
hello, Mage College.
I think we can just walk up the steps, maybe.
You calling up the staircase?
Yeah.
Jasper will feel to see if we can proceed up the steps.
Okay, you're just gonna walk up the steps?
Well, I'll start to see if there's a barrier precluding us from doing
I'll
so.
follow him, yeah.
Yeah, you guys just walk through
Yeah.
where the barrier was.
Okay.
Oh, we just walked through.
Should we leave Paul down here? I'll bring. Maybe he should come up.
Well, how can he come up?
It's a pretty wide staircase, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe we should.
So you all are taller than me. Is there enough space for Paul to walk through this area?
Could Paul ascend the steps?
Paul can
There.
ascend the staircase and get to the landing. The doorway to the Mage College and the doorway to the library are both a bit small for him to fit through.
I think Paul should stay down. Eagle of Memory. I think you should stay down here, in case you.
Yeah,
Some-
Eagle of Memory.
Yes. I think you should
Eagle.
stay down
Hey,
here.
Una, what's your fake name?
Oh, I didn't get one.
Oh,
But
I'm gonna call you Flower of Hugs.
got it.
Does that sound cool?
Yeah, because
That
your
does
thorns
sound
killed all
cool.
those. Wait, what?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Flower pugs.
Wait, why?
Yeah.
Oh, because
I killed
because
all
of all
those
the tobacco.
huggers.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's
She
not
gives
the
good
best.
hugs. That's
Yeah.
all I'm talking about.
She doesn't
Yeah.
always take them
Yeah.
well.
I like it.
Yeah, bouquet of hugs. Eagle of memory. Because there's that weird field up there, I think if something happened and you needed to leave, it'd be better if you were down here in case you needed to fly away or fly up or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you could just stay invisible for now, and we'll come and we'll go do our thing and come
What
back.
if you guys take more than an hour and I turn not invisible? If I turn invisible,
Do I have to touch somebody to make them invisible or see
Yep.
them? I
You
have
have
to,
to touch him.
what's that? But do
Yeah,
I have to be in range? Well, we'll try to be quick.
okay, I'll just sit on this staircase and hope that I don't turn invisible when there are a bunch of eyeballs around. I'm a little scared, but
Well, you could always fly to the top of the college, maybe.
Yeah, or
Yeah, is there like a?
oh yeah, let me try that. And he goes.
Go kind of slow though,
He goes
because
up.
we saw the thing.
He's already gone. He's
We can't see him.
zooming down.
I guess he doesn't have very good memory after all.
Then while he's flying, I'm gonna do an intelligence check for while he's flying.
He's hyper intelligent.
He got it. He got it. So he's flying down. While he's flying, he's like, wait a second. And then he gets really slow, and he's like, and then you see him like land on.
Like a box.
You see him land in midair on something invisible
we can't.
that's over the walls.
We can imagine it.
Yeah, we can't
He's-
actually see
he's
it.
We can't
invisible.
see it. We
It's
sense
like
it.
there's a snow globe around the two wings, and he's landed on it.
But he's invisible.
He's
So we
invisible
can't
on
see
an
him.
invisible thing.
But we can sense it. We can picture
But our
it.
connection
hear
is
it.
so intense.
He's
Yeah.
Una.
You
Una.
hear it, you feel it,
I'm like,
Yeah.
he's figured it out.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
and then he flies somewhere else. You don't know where because you can't see him.
Yeah.
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 And then you hear a voice down the bottom of the staircase. It's like, so sitting on the roof didn't work. Should I just sit here, or what do you think?
Well,
Or should I sit in midair? Cause like I was sitting on this like surface like a snow globe, whatever that is. I was sitting on. Do you want me to sit in the sky until I turn visible, or
Yeah,
sit down here?
that seems pretty smart. Sitting in the sky, you have a better vision of everything, right? You can see us if we come out.
Yeah, all right. I'll go sit in the sky, and then something happens. You don't know what. You can't see it.
Yeah.
Hey, Eagle of memory.
But then you hear,
Eagle of memory.
"Hey,
If
Sit in
something
the
happens,
sky.
if something happens and you need to leave, we'll meet you back at the compound.
yeah, all right. I'll meet you back at the compound. Well, right now, I'm just gonna sit in the sky. 'Cause that's what
Cool.
you said. Cool.
That is awesome.
Sweet.
Think about Boletus.
I totally am. You don't need to tell me twice.
All right.
Where are we gonna get more of those? Where are we gonna get more of those spores?
The temple.
He's
The
shouting at
temple.
top volume from the sky over the main.
From the temple, remember?
With his big dragon voice and dragon.
We're
looks.
gonna make
When are we gonna get more spores?
when we make that temple. That's the whole point of the temple.
As all this yelling is taking place, the door of the Mage College side at the top of the landing opens up, and you see an old human that some of you have been to the Mage College before might remember.
I'm remembering like the best looking, like the most attractive.
The teleporting lady?
Oh, was that the teleport? There was like a librarian
There-
or something.
that was
the
like
most
Monty Python guy.
attractive, asexual librarian person or something.
Oh, yeah.
Or
That was at the
androgynous.
That's a
Compound.
Tamarind.
That's a
This one
Tamarind.
is the. This one is
What is
the.
it? Somebody
This is
that
the Monty
the
Python
twin
one.
of
There
the
was a librarian that helped
costumer.
me. They were
The
not
twin of the
necessarily
costumer.
conventionally attractive. I would say. There's also the gnome lady that was into Hans. Because he spoke
you.
spoke gnomish.
So this is the twin, the librarian is the twin of somebody.
So the door to the Mage College side of the landing opens up, and you see an old human that some of you may recall. He's tall and gangly and old and human, and he's looking out the door at you all, and he says, "Hello!
Hello, you might have remembered us. We are the heroes of Elenia Toth.
Some of you look familiar."
Yep.
It's good to see you again.
Remember my name? It's the new password.
It's Ernest Honor Castle.
Yes, yes.
I remember you.
I'm glad you remember me. Welcome back to the Mage College.
Ernest, what?
Honor Castle.
Please, right this way.
Thank you.
Come.
And you just fucking pass through whatever that invisible barrier is. Is it an invisible barrier meant to keep out flying creatures? I don't know. Things that are flying? Dragons?
How does this invisible barrier work?
Honestly, I just answer the door. I don't even have magic powers myself, so... who knows? Anyway, welcome.
How is the Mage College holding up with this invasion of horrible creatures?
I'm safe inside these walls, if that's what you mean. There are a few eyeball creatures that are in the labs being studied, I believe, but,
That's what we're here for.
maybe I'm wrong. Who are you, by the way?
Oh, hello, yes. My name is Henry Squab. I'm a companion of these adventurers.
Yes.
Our servant, actually.
Oh, hello, I'm Eto. Nice to meet you. I'm gonna write a song about you, old man. He was so old, he was so nice.
Oh, thank you. Very good song. Anyway, the Mage College is closed today, of course. There's a horrible cataclysmic disaster, as you may have heard, and the students have been sent home, so it's very nice to see you all again. I don't know what we can offer you today.
We would like to have an audience with Welrar Meriden, please.
Oh, well.
I'm sure he'll be happy to see us when he hears what we have to share. It relates to all these aberrations and this cataclysm, as you said. That's
The Archmage High Elder. Oh my. Well, I don't know if he's receiving guests. Well, please come inside.
Thank you.
And you all go inside, and as some or all of you remember, there's a bit of a waiting chamber. Everything is black marble, and then beyond it is like a garden acropolis-looking thing. It's basically the quad. It looks like it's outdoors, but it's inside of that giant black marble building. But from inside, it looks like it's outdoors somehow. Big white marble columns, green grass, flowers, butterflies, that sort of thing. Big columns, really large open space. And it's beyond a bit of a waiting room and a counter with a window and stuff. And he says,
Well, this is the lobby. Many times you might find students here in this open area, but
This is the emptiest I've ever seen.
What was that?
It's so empty.
Yes, it's really quite sad, but you do realize that holes opened up in the ground and creatures came out and started vaporizing people, and it really just was best to not continue classes.
You sent them home? Are they safe there?
I don't make the news, I just report it.
Who told everybody to go home?
Ron Mjordan, of course.
Yes.
He's in charge and he knows best.
That makes sense. Do you know who's studying the creatures right now?
Ron Mjordan,
Oh yes, okay.
he will tell us how to defeat them.
And Fadra Rule has been...
Fadra Rule, that wicked man, murdered the high elders, murdered the elders. Good old Welrar showed us the truth.
And all
To think he'd been ruling the Mage College for so long, so honestly it seemed, he was fooling us all.
Is there a way that we can interrogate him, as he might know more about these cataclysmic events that happened as well?
I am but the doorman. I cannot grant such. Oh, my glasses! I cannot grant such. You finish the sentence, young man. Well,
Yes, well, we've been sent on a very important mission from the noble houses to get information about these horrible creatures infecting our land. And we've been instructed to speak with Wilmore immediately.
yes.
Bill wants to see us.
If you'll excuse me, I need to watch the door, but I think the best way to achieve your goals is to go stand over by that window, and when his lunch is over, probably Sherry will be there. If not
Yes,
the usual
yes.
front desk person,
Yes.
they can let. Anyway.
Is Genevieve still here?
Oh, yes, Genevieve, yes.
Will she speak with us?
You would need to ask her. I think the best thing to do is go over to the front desk there and tell them who. I will see you later. I'm going to watch the doors. Yes.
Just because we're in a cataclysm, can I just insight check? Like, he's still himself and seems okay, whatever. Can I insight? 25.
Seems cool.
Good.
If it's just in case.
You intuit that
Yes.
he
He just,
has drank the Kool-Aid as it was fed to him.
yeah.
And that he means what he says.
Okay, cool.
And his eyes are glowing red.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. He seems
Okay,
like a
I'm
guy
gonna
who
be like,
believes
just
what
wait
he
over
was
here
told.
for death.
He believes what he was told. So he goes back to the door, and you have a bit of an open waiting room with a window and a counter, and then beyond that is this open green space with the columns.
We're supposed to wait here for Sherry?
Then we go up to the window.
There's a
there.
counter, you said?
Genevieve.
Yeah, in this waiting room, there is a counter with a big window
Reception.
where he suggested that you let them know who you want to speak to,
Ah.
sign in, and that sort of thing.
Yes. Let's approach.
You go up to the window,
Yes.
nobody's behind it.
Is there a door?
Yeah,
I
is,
knock
is there
on the counter.
No response.
Sherry!
No
Hello?
response. No response. No response.
is there a door?
To this place,
Well, we can go through the quad, right?
there is not a visible door from where you are.
From
So
how
the-
we got in the past, thinking about it, how would we get to
We
it?
go through the
You
quad.
came in through the front door of the spot. There's this big open room with this window where you're told to sign in, and then beyond that room, it opens up with these columns and this big grassy quad. And last time you were here, you went through that to get to the other stuff.
We went through the quad.
Yeah.
Lord Hans, could you spare one of the pieces of vellum that you have?
A piece of parchment.
Parchment, thank you.
Didn't think to get any from your... Here you go. Here, fine.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well,
A piece of parchment.
we were told to sign in. Everyone, let's sign in and then proceed.
There is a sign-in
Get away.
book.
For that, I thought you were going to catch
Wait,
us.
there's a scroll or a book there?
There's a sign-in
Get
book
your
Oh!
back.
Here,
on the other side of the glass.
can I reach
You
it?
could just scream
With
and just
a
pass me
slot in the glass.
There's a
at the
slot
bottom
in
of
the-
glass.
Glass?
So you could shove your hand under the glass and manipulate the pen to write in the book if you wanted to.
I will do that.
Why don't you pull the book so we can see who else?
Yeah, actually, can I pull the book through?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'll pull the book through and
Maybe
pick
we
the
can buy
quill.
more parchment while we are here.
Right.
Yes. Well, no,
Ripping pages out of the
I
book.
gave it back to him.
I know, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
just need while we're here.
Yes.
The pages have lines printed on them for signing in, as well as decorative filigree. It's not good for spell scroll usage.
Anybody of interest that signed in recently?
There's a watermark on each page.
Yeah. Yeah, no spells, no spell usage.
You
Not
pull out
good.
the book, and the pages in the front of the book have been ripped out, It is a fresh page.
Oh, okay. Well,
Security.
I will sign in my name and pass the book around. We can all sign in.
Henry, I'm going to write in a
Oh,
crude colors
for
hand.
Henry, I can sign for you. It's
X.
okay. I don't know if you. I know you know how to read. I don't
What
know
is
if
you
know how to
doing with this magic?
write. So we all
strange
signed in,
symbols.
including the. I just think they asked us to sign in. Then we're clear. Well, whoever wants to sign in can sign in.
I'll sign in.
Put the book back, and then we can proceed to the quad. Does that sound? Something?
Is it completely enclosed back there? Like you can't get to behind the counter from where the glass is, or could you just
You see a
walk around?
door in the back wall, so somebody can go in from the back there.
I don't know if anybody wants to go look for torn out pages or anything. Nobody cares.
If only someone had gaseous form and slipped through the crack, get under the glass.
I think
Well,
we
do you
just.
remember where,
like
I
a
think we should.
mouse.
Where Schrabel's office is?
Schnabel.
It's just
Schnabel.
not
Julian Schnabel, the
Schnabel's.
painter, the filmmaker.
Schnabel.
Yes.
I think that's what it is.
Schnabel, the dwarven wizard who you met, who was Fadrul's advisor guy.
Does he still work here?
He also made a.
He was the one that you stood and talked to
And he got really
Wow,
irritated that we wouldn't.
while Fadrul just like flew in over
Yeah.
the ceiling, looked down, said, "These are they," and then flew away. Schnabel.
Yes, I think it would be very good to find Schnabel.
If he's still here.
Yeah. Well, I think we've signed in and we can proceed.
Yes, let's
Do we
do.
want to look for Welrod Mearden and we want to look for Mr. Schnabel?
Sure.
Let's see whoever we encounter first, and let's see if they'll lead us.
Yeah, it's
somewhere.
just
But let's go towards Welrar's office.
Okay, so you
Formerly
walk
Fadrul's
north.
office. Yes.
Yes.
You walk north
Mhm.
out of the waiting room.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who like maps,
Yes. Oh yes.
you might not need one, but who knows? But you walk north out of the waiting room into what I'm calling the Parthenon, even though it's a quad, because of the big white column. And big open area, big white columns, and then on each side of the Parthenon, you see 3 hallways on each side, 3 leading east and 3 leading west, stone archways, and then they seem to go on for quite some time in those directions. And then, way to the north, a couple of football fields to the north of the quad, you see another archway that sort of leads somewhere as like a hallway of sorts to the north.
Do we remember where Fadrul's office was before?
I don't know, do you?
I think so.
You remember walking down some halls, walking past the teleportation room. I don't know. Sherry was leading you, so I don't know if you remember. If you made a map and you recall, or you know the series of rooms you went through. Otherwise, I'm gonna make you roll a history check, which you're really good at.
Sweet. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, why not?
But the DC is gonna be high
Fair enough.
because Lord Hans ain't no ranger.
22.
Nope,
Yes.
you remember. What?
Oh, I just said nice.
Oh, I thought you were.
Actually, 24.
I was interrupting you.
Oh, no, no, no.
Oh,
no, I
then you
just,
don't
Say-
remember.
it was good.
You had to
It was a
hit.
good roll.
The DC was such that you had to hit 22 exactly.
24.
What happened? You re-rolled?
No, the font is too tiny, so
Oh.
it's a +8, not a +6.
All right, so yeah, you remember it's north for a while, and then east for a while, and then south for a while. That was where you spoke to Schnabel.
Let's proceed. I think Wilrar will be occupying Fadrul's former office.
Yes, Henry, please lead the way.
Yes.
Oddly.
Of course, my cousin is a scullery worker here and has told me all about it.
That's great.
All right, so you head north out of the Parthenon.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're out of this sort of beautiful outdoorsy looking place, all of a sudden you're in wood hallways with books everywhere. Feels a little bit Hogwartsy. Wood, carpets, books, and you're heading north. As you're heading north, you see a hallway that goes off to the west. You can see the there's a big room a bit way down the hallway. If you're continuing north, you see a hallway off to the east. Looking down there, looks kind of office-y down there. Some little office-y type doors. Continuing north, you see a hallway off to the west. And nobody's around. Not
This is
seeing,
odd.
not seeing a single person.
Well, they sent everyone home, so they said.
Yes, but you would think the mages would be busy, I don't know, helping, doing something.
Maybe
Apparently,
they're in a
a
meeting.
lot of the mages don't do shit.
So Lord Hans, aka Hank Squab, is leading you sort of almost by intuition, recalling where
yes.
Sherry led you originally. And so, yeah, you go past this one hallway that goes up to the west, this one hallway that goes up to the east, and then you pass another hallway that goes up to the west, and you see that there's like staircases going up down that hallway as you continue to pass to the north, and then this main hallway makes a sharp turn to the east, and you're heading that way. As you're heading east, you see a hallway goes off to the north. That hallway has like heavier, grayer bricks down the end of it, wherever that goes. And so now you're continuing to the east, and eventually you pass what you remember is the teleportation room. Of course, last time you were there was a line of people waiting to use it. This time there's no one.
Is there anyone in it?
The door has a big lock on it. As you're walking by, you can of course do whatever you want, but you're walking by this room and no one's waiting in line and there's a big lock on the door.
Let's continue. Right?
Yes.
Continuing east, you pass a little bit of a sort of a shorter hallway that clearly leads into some kind of classroom that goes to the north, and you hear some sounds in there. You hear a female voice muttering to herself, little dribs and drabs, and you hear things sort of scraping, you hear a tapping noise as you continue to walk east.
I think we should investigate.
I
Just
agree.
be here.
Yeah, first person makes scene.
Yeah.
Should we knock on the door?
Just look, maybe. Can we see in?
Why don't you give me a perception check?
I will guide you.
See, that's what I thought I was interrupting last time, or something
Oh, yeah, sure.
25.
like that. 25. You expect it to be foggy glass when you lean up, but no, it's clear glass, at least to your sharp eyes. And inside, you see someone who looks familiar. It's a woman in sort of like a field scientist getup,
Yes.
like a
Remember?
frumpy Jane Goodall kind of vibe.
This is the one that had been to Parvus.
Uh,
I was like the butterfly person or something.
and
Bug
she's
collection.
she's leaning over a table, pushing a pin into like a scarab beetle looking thing,
Yeah.
and
we should speak to her.
muttering to herself.
Alright, it's the bug lady.
Oh yes. Well, that little friendly face at least.
Yes. Let's go in.
Let's do.
Alright.
So you go in there. Your three helpers behind you, all 8 of you.
Hi.
Routing into this classroom where this woman is focusing on bugs, and she sees you come in and turns around and says, "Oh, hello! I didn't see you there."
Hello. Remember us? We were heading to Parvus the last time we saw you.
No,
You had returned, I think. You were collecting bugs.
I don't remember you. Who are you?
Oh, well, we're heroes. We helped to protect the realm from when the queen was possessed.
Have you ever seen the great green scarab? She holds up an impressive, sort of shiny, like a gasoline sheen green scarab beetle.
Fascinating.
Have I?
Where are the, where?
You have not, because this one is from Zamda,
Ah, very interesting.
which she tells you. It's from Zamda, the great green scarab. It lives in the canyons up in Zamda.
And how did you come to acquire it?
Well, I gathered it myself.
Ah,
Oh, you teleported to Zamda to
One,
find it?
of course. One day I will finish my collection. It's beautiful, isn't it?
What is outstanding
beautiful.
in your collection? What do you still need?
Well, that's a wonderful question. Yes. Now, there is a worm, a white and black worm, which lives in the north of Bourgogne.
Oh, the.
Judging by your accent, it
Right.
sounds like you might be
Oh
familiar
yes,
with
oh
it.
yes. We used to see these all the time when I was a girl.
Are you gonna take the teleportation circle and go there soon?
Oh no, it's locked.
Oh.
Locked up.
Why is that?
Welrar has said that we must have security, and security we shall have. But my bug collection is suffering. But that's okay, one learns in the field when studying creatures that patience is of the essence. Now, young lady, your white and black worm that you saw, that is not common at all. What part of Bourgogne were you in when you saw it?
I grew up in the countryside. Outside of wherever we. I don't know if we've talked about.
Yes, the
If
Beamatope.
it's- Yes, yes.
The
that is-
Beamatope worm.
Oh, yes.
Yes, of course.
Right near Royal Oak, I believe.
Yeah, right.
And she takes out this notebook and she's writing it down.
Yes.
The Beamatope is near there. You saw many
Yes,
of
it
them.
used to try to get into the crops that we would grow.
Oh, wonderful. I will have to check this out as soon as the teleportation is back.
Do you is there any kind of timeline as to when that might happen, or is it, we are in cataclysm and we don't know?
Fadrul knows best. Protection and security are the answer.
I believe you probably mean Welrar knows best.
Oh,
But it's understandable. What a
a
habit that must be.
Royfian slip.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're familiar with the great psychologist Royf.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, I don't know much about him at all. But,
Yes, a Royfian slip, but Welrar will keep us safe. What were your names again?
I am Jasper.
My name is Daphne.
This is our servant, Henry Squab.
Hi, you study insects, yes, and crawling creatures.
Yes.
Have you seen before the mucus of the flail snail?
Ah, do you have some?
I do happen to be holding.
Oh, please let me see. This is
Here,
very
yes,
rare
yes,
indeed. Yes, oh my, a great large plaque of flail snail mucus. Why, this is worth 500 gold by itself.
Yes. Well, can I offer you? Just let me break you off a little crumb here for your own study.
She looks hesitant to hand you back the plaque of mucus that
We-
she's holding.
We need it. Yes, we need it. So just take this little chunk for you. It's for you.
Unless you're trying to sell it to her, maybe.
Yes. Perhaps do you have 500 gold pieces handy?
Of course!
Ah. Well.
This is my life's work.
How much
Well,
of this do you
Yeah,
have?
this is.
What's that?
How much of this do you have?
I'm holding 8 pounds of
I
flail
also
snail.
I also have 8 pounds.
Excellent.
Well, I would be happy to sell it to you for a mere 500 gold.
Well, you have a deal.
All right.
She goes.
It's your lucky day.
She goes to the back of the classroom and she opens up a flat drawer and she puts the mucus in it. A beautiful specimen this is, this mucus. And she shuts the door and locks it, and then she comes back and then she unlocks another little drawer and a shelf and pulls out a sack of gold and tosses it to you. And she says, "There are so many magical items that can be made with this mucus. It's worth so much, and now I have it in my collection."
Are you capable of making these items?
Oh, no. I am but a studier, not a smith.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you, young man, young common horse-smelling man.
Yes. Doctor, do I owe you any money?
Probably. No, actually, I think he paid up finally.
All right, well,
Yeah.
I'll quickly hold on to these 500 gold.
Yeah.
Wow,
And the
you're
green.
rich now.
Jasper, do I owe you any money?
Oh, no, I think you're in the
Okay,
clear.
so,
All right.
You owe somebody money.
No, I
You're
don't.
just being nice.
It comes up
It's
in
all
Dutch,
one
so they
pot,
say.
kind of, anyways. Like,
Yeah.
do you have any idea where we could find Welrar right now?
Oh, well, I suppose he'd be in his office, or his bedroom, or somewhere else.
That makes sense. Is
Gotcha.
Snable still working here?
Schnabel?
Snobble?
Oh, Schnabel. Yes, he is.
Oh, good.
Where might he be, do you think? Would you be able to show
Well,
us?
he's
to
in
him?
his office.
Or
Oh.
bedroom? Or...
Would you be able to show us to Schnabel?
Sure.
And I'm sorry, I said my name, Jasper, but I for some reason I didn't get yours when you introduced
My name is Veronica Herp.
Veronica Herp. It's great to meet you. Excellent. Veronica, can I ask you?
Lord Hans was already leading you to Schnabel's office.
Oh, that's
FYI.
right. Okay. Where is everybody? We walked through here and didn't see anyone. I understand the students have been sent home, but the other mages.
Well, I'm sure you understand the danger, she says,
Inside the mage college?
pulling her field vest closer around her chest.
Has there been any of these aberrations that have breached through?
Well, first there were the murders, and then the ground erupted with laser shooting eyeball creatures.
Yes.
Have you ever studied lasers?
Lasers?
Yes, sometimes I go to the workshop where they're really doing amazing things with prismatic refractions of light.
Fascinating.
Yes.
Let me ask you, though, for a second. These monsters, have they entered the mage college? Have they breached the defenses of the mage college?
Well, they're in the lab. Welrar is studying them.
But I mean, have they attacked the mage college?
No.
So where are all the mages? Why are people not out and about?
It's not safe. They're monsters in the
Okay.
city.
Okay. I mean, even here in the mage college, it's not safe to go about.
Oh, young man. Have you ever seen the golden butterfly? They say it comes from Unskild, but no one can go to Unskild, so I don't know. I found this one near the Elven Dell. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Someday I would like to go there. That's
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes, may I see? Does it have any fairy magic?
Yes, of course. You're quite intellectually inclined for a stable hand who smells of horses.
Do I sense any fairy magic in it? Yes. Ah,
No, it's a golden butterfly.
beautiful. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Have you had the opportunity to study one of the...
Are you all right, young man?
Yep.
Okay.
We've heard tell that they're studying the eye creatures here at the college.
No.
Have you seen one yourself? Have you studied it?
Oh, I've seen them, yes, but I don't wish to get close to them. Evil they are.
And they keep them alive.
I suppose. Yes, they're studying them.
Mm-hmm.
I like to study dead things. If one looks at the way that the bones connect to each other and the way the muscle tissue connects to the bones in order to move them, one starts to surmise that there is a pattern connecting all living creatures.
Yes, and who is working most closely with Welrar in studying the eyeball creatures?
Your servant is very forward. It's
an
wonderful to meet you. I don't have any horses for you to take care of today, but I appreciate your interest in my work.
Maybe we should proceed to Schnabel's.
Yeah.
Well,
we should have proceeded.
Veronica, we don't mean to take you away from your
Great
important
meeting you
work. It's so
again.
nice to see you again, and thank you for showing us all the wonderful forms of life that you are collecting.
Well, if you ever want to learn more about this pattern I've been discovering, you see, the lizards and the amphibians share characteristics with the birds.
The birds.
If you look at the
Amphibians share
finger bones.
characteristics.
if
with
you look at
birds.
the finger bones of the creatures, there's a pattern.
I'm more
Interesting.
leaving.
They're smacking.
That's fascinating. Okay. Well, we shall continue on, I think. Do you remember the way? I think
Yes,
you do.
yes.
Yes, of course you do.
That woman was quite mad. Pattern among living creatures?
Yes.
Everyone knows they were created by the gods.
Next thing, she's going to say that we're related to the kobolds. Okay.
Blasphemy.
Well, goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
I mean, you got 500 gold pieces out of talking
That was
about.
Learn. Okay.
That stable boy's richer than Lord Hans ever was.
Yeah, it's
I'm
true.
beginning to enjoy this life as a commoner. People simply hand you bags of
commoners
gold.
just get so much money.
Yes, sleeping in the finest quarters, eating the finest meals. Why didn't you tell me it was like this?
So are you continuing?
People were making me rich off the excrescence of some horrible ground creature.
It wasn't horrible. Didn't Hassan talk to it?
Yeah, it's
It
cool.
was very friendly.
Yeah,
was so
it
cute.
allowed us to take its slime.
And I think some of us wanted to do damage to it, but the others held that
Not
person back.
I wanted to keep the peace. I'm
Okay.
glad
But you
we
couldn't
did.
have gotten more than 5.
What's
Like,
it?
it's good to. I think you could have gotten more than 5. It's
This-
good to know that that is a baseline.
This is, I don't think he's up for haggling yet. It's beneath him.
So you have about 2/3 of your supply left now.
Of my.
Yeah, you said you had 8 pounds, so the plaque that you gave her was
Oh, nice, okay.
1/3 of your supply.
Okay. To Schnabel.
No, please.
So you have 2 2/3 times 500 gold pieces worth left.
We also, so I have 8 pounds, and then we also have a canteen full of it for whatever that's worth. I guess we really went all in
We were
on
like every available.
well,
wholesale sale new gifts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can do stuff with
you
We
can.
should
It's
go to the
cool.
workshop.
You can make all sorts of cool things from it.
Alright, continuing on.
Lasers, amphibians, and birds.
Alright, so you continue east past the room where Veronica Hurt was working, and eventually the hallway turns south sharply, and you find yourself walking through a room, and then a hallway, and then a room, and then a hallway, and then a room, and then a hallway, and then you find yourself entering what feels like a stone tower of a room. A large circular stone, white blocky stone tower of a room. Very high ceilings. Looks like maybe 3 stories up. There's a window up there on either side with sun shining through, and that's where you saw Fajrul fly through way back when you were talking to Schnabel. And behind a heavy wooden desk sits a dwarven wizard who you recall is Schnabel, and he is scribbling on some papers furiously, writing. And as you come in, he looks up and he says, "Ah, I have missed you."
We missed you as well.
It is great to see you.
Schnabel, it's been a long time.
Yes. You were going to solve the murders way back when, yes? You gave the evidence, a blue bead,
Yes.
You did not find the murder weapon.
No. I don't believe we did.
No,
We did.
I thought we showed him and then
Showed him
we
and
kept
then
it.
took
Oh,
it.
right. We did.
Yeah.
Ah,
But you allowed us
It's right here.
to take it.
Yeah.
yes, the murder weapon. The murder weapon and the blue bead we have put away safely.
In the evidence room.
Can't do a German accent.
What's
Jamaican
that?
accent. It's turning into Jamaican.
That's okay.
Tim can do a perfect German accent. I can't.
No, I like this. I like this. Schnabel made a movie about Cuba. So you're kind
I'm trying to do Arnold. We will pump you up.
His accent is fucked up anyway. It's like
So-
Alabama as far
Austria.
as like you
Austria.
The
Yeah.
people of cauliflower.
Just try
I am
to
speaking
do
to the
it as
people
you do.
of cauliflower.
Schnabel.
I am the governor.
Schnabel is telling you that
Governor.
you gave me a blue bead.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see all of you.
It's fantastic.
Again.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Hello.
Touch my monkey.
We've
I am a dwarf.
we had quite a time, man. When you put us in that teleportation machine, we lost a month of our lives.
What?
Then it spit us out somewhere in the
A
desert.
malfunction.
You should have
Yeah.
seen my fur. It was crazy. A month of growth. I shed it all the next day.
Yeah, can I insight him when we said that, his reaction?
Can we all do that?
Yeah.
No,
only
one.
Okay.
Well, I rolled
It's gonna be like 52.
18 plus 5, so yeah, 23.
He seems to be honest today.
Alright.
He doesn't. He seems truly surprised that you suffered a malfunction in the teleportation device, and he seems truly happy to see you. And yeah. So he says, so what of your travels?
Do you have a cold? Are you sick?
Yes, I've
Perfect.
been afflicted with a disease that makes me forget how to use my mouth.
Do you want to do a medicine check?
Yeah.
I tried to help with studying the creatures in the lab, and one hit me with its tentacle, and now my mouth doesn't work so well.
What else have you learned about these creatures? We that's partially the reason why we're here.
Well, ever since the incident. Fuck this, fuck that. Yeah, I'll just make him French. Ever since the incident. Ever since the incident, I've tried to stay away from them.
Understandably.
Yes.
Has anything been learned about them?
I'm not aware.
Are you still the advisor?
No.
You're not. You're not.
No. Well, Welrar said that he can handle everything, so I'm just the co-head dean along with Sherry.
Does he seem to be handling everything by himself well?
Yes.
Can
He's
I-
great.
Can I insight that as well? Uh-huh. Oh no, but that's an 11.
You still can tell.
Yeah,
Telling the
yeah,
truth.
yeah.
He doesn't think that
Oh,
Welrar is
great.
doing great.
Uh-huh.
Is there anybody that you think we should talk to?
What are your aims?
Our aims is to solve the problems of this realm.
To protect the city.
And
We
we're
want to try to protect the city from the
and,
abominations that are. And to restore it.
He's gonna insight check all of you. And by the way, who are these three with you?
These are my compadres. We got, Edo. Very.
Oh, hello, I'm Eto.
We got the
Ah!
Forged and Fury over here.
Hey.
And, Orpheus. Obviously.
Glad to be in the Mage College for the first time.
We're, they're here with us. We're, as you remember, we are heroes of the land, and we're trying to help what's going on. And we heard that the Mage College has been studying.
Yes. Look. Can I trust you?
Of course,
yes.
we're heroes.
You can
Well,
trust
then you
us.
can trust Minmar.
And by the way, my name is Henry Squab.
Roll deception.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
I feel that I trust you all very much. So come closer. I don't want anyone to hear us.
Okay.
And he like looks around like he's looking for scrying eyes and shit. And he doesn't see anything. And he says, I think Welrar is evil. Since you left, I found in his room a decorative tapestry that has blue beads on it. He imprisoned my friend Fadrarul. He told everyone that he needed to be in charge. I think he told the creature to hit me with its hand when I was in the lab. I think he is not studying them, but working with them. I don't know how he could possibly be stopped, however. I have been looking for help, and you 8, particularly you 4, and your stable hand, look strong enough. Maybe you could make a difference. You've already done so much for the realm and for our college. Can you help?
Yep.
Absolutely.
We want to, yeah.
I would like to see Fadrarul restored. He is powerful and very wise in guiding the college.
Did Fadrarul just give up?
No.
He was restrained. There was a battle.
There was a very cowardly trap placed by Welrar. There was no battle. Fadrarul had no chance. His room just closed in on him and shackled him, cut him off from magical power. It was so cowardly.
And is that where he is now?
He is in the dungeon of the Mage College.
Do you think we might be able to free him somehow?
I don't know. There are many magical barriers and, ways that the dungeons are secured, so it could be very difficult.
Let me ask, are there others in the Mage College who feel as you do?
Honestly,
Potential allies?
it is such an uncertain time. I have not said anything like this to anyone else here.
Okay.
With what is happening outside, I want to stay safe.
Makes sense.
Are you under the impression that Welrar answers to anyone? That he's been working with someone outside the college?
No,
Schnabel.
I don't know.
When we went to Parvus, we went to the Tower of
If
Contemplation.
you guys ever go to Liebenstock, I'm fucked.
Well, we're obviously going there next.
Let's go there next. And can you do the, not just the German and Austrian accents, but also the Bavarian accent,
Oh,
the
yeah,
Plattdeutsch?
No, I'll study for a couple months. I'll fucking nail it.
Some Swiss German.
Were
Oh
you
yeah,
gonna
the
ask?
Swissdeutsch. Schnabel, because you have confided in us, I just wanted to share with you, when we went to Parvus, we went to the Tower of Contemplation. And there, not unlike here, you know of the 100 Holy Ones. Someone
Yes.
was murdering some of the 100 Holy Ones. Just
Interesting.
like here, some of the Mage College, what do you call them? Higher ups were being murdered. We think there is
Elders.
a force, yes, that is afflicting all of the nations in this way.
Strange.
Yes.
What do you think we can do to help out Fadrarul?
Release him from the prison. I'm sure Welrar is the one who can free him the easiest, probably the least willing.
So we need to convince Welrar.
Is there anything you can tell us if we were to confront Welrar that would help us? He's a great mage, right? And he would call.
The way that he captured Fadrarul was cowardly. It was a trap.
Mm-hmm.
He did not fight him face to face. I think he likes things like that.
Subterfuge.
Traps and subterfuge. That is a good word for a stable hand.
You never know when you'll find subterfuge in the stables.
I have never been, so I will trust your word, stable boy. Yes. I am sorry I don't have more information. If I knew an easy way to stop this tyranny within the Mage College, I would have done it already myself. But I am asking you all for help.
Can you point us to where Welrar is?
Well, he is probably either in his office or in his bedroom.
Where does he examine the monsters? Is that in his office?
In the labs.
In the lab.
Yes, you go to the office and then it is another corridor to the south that goes to the labs.
And what about his bedroom? Where is that?
Well, his
That's
bedroom...
Yeah, can we get a map of this tower with his bedroom and his office, please?
Sure. Give me a moment. Yes. He takes out his pen and dips it in the inkwell and starts drawing a really sort of crude map, and he says, "Forgive me, I am not an artist, but I will try to just draw you a quick map of where things are here. Give me a moment." And he starts fooling around with his pen and quill. So feel free to talk while he's doing that. You could ask him questions while he's drawing and stuff.
We should confront him in his bedroom.
Yes. So we'll take on Welrar in open combat.
I think.
Well, there's obviously what he's alluding to is there's gonna be fucking traps everywhere.
Yes.
But if we can surprise him in his bedroom.
There's
Although
probably
that's
gonna be
his
traps.
bedroom may be
Is
the
gonna
most
be
trapped of all.
Yeah.
That is where he is vulnerable.
I would like to not be near those monsters so that he may be allied with.
Yeah, who has detect magic?
I think I do. Or maybe
I do not.
just check.
Because I do not.
I have dispel magic. It'd be great to detect it and then dispel it.
I have magic awareness.
Oh, that's right.
Alright, does that function in the same way?
That only lasts for one turn though, right?
Yeah, I can just kind of see it, do a scan,
I should have changed my spells.
but I can do it 3 times though.
We have 3 people who can go ahead of us. One.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe we can ask if any of them have detect magic. Because basically, you know how he just like goes to war and he's probably gonna be like shit like that everywhere.
Yeah.
Gotta get one of those rods.
Yeah.
If only we had like a magical lantern that you could turn on and it would just detect magic all the time. Can you imagine such a thing? That would be miraculous.
Hush. Just there.
This is what Jake's character in the Exciting Heroes has.
What's going on? Oh, the lantern.
I have danger.
He says,
magic awareness. That's what I do.
He says, one other thing you should know. Welrar is torturing a few of the mages.
What?
That
Where are
sounds
they kept in the dungeon?
bad.
They are on the other side of where the labs are located. you see the way the threefold pact is upheld, the ancient threefold that supports the barrier. Different mages have different bits of knowledge that together can raise or lower the barrier, and it is passed down secretly, so no one is supposed to know who has the knowledge, so the three cannot know who each other are, etc. Well, Welrar has identified these three and is torturing them to get the information on how to lower the barrier.
Who is doing the torturing? Is it Welrar himself?
His followers, I mean, he is very convincing,
Yes.
you know. But what you must understand is he has convinced many here that the only smart thing to do is for him to be in power, for him to study these creatures, and for him to lower the barrier. You see, he believes that he's telling everyone that that the people who want to keep the barrier up are evil, and that if the barrier were lowered, we would have much new knowledge that people are trying to keep from us. He is calling this the Dark Age, and the Dark Age will end when new knowledge from new worlds flows in from other places. He says there is an evil schism within the Mage College, and that is part of what Fadra Rule was doing with his murders and everything. So, yes.
All right.
Well, then we need to hurry.
Schnabel. What is that thing called? Who's that group called that wants to preserve the barrier?
And he finishes drawing his very crude
Yes.
handwritten map, which Daphne is least adept at reading.
Yeah, no, that is. Here you go.
That's great. It's fantastic.
All right.
This is very helpful.
There's some splotches of ink on the page. He says, "Please forgive me, I am not adept at map making."
But it was so
Oh,
quick,
look.
it is quite impressive.
He knew to point out where Veronica Harp works. That's great.
Yes, Veronica Herp is a very attractive woman. Oh, there's so much love in this campaign. It's so strange. If anyone's feeling like a 10 o'clock hard out, I think it's time to move to checkouts. Or you want 5 more minutes of play before the 10 o'clock checkout? Quick vote. All in favor of playing for 5 more minutes, raise your hand.
I think it's a good place.
Okay.
Yeah, we can figure out what to do next.
All right, it's time for checkouts.
Woo!
Raise your hand if you have inspiration currently. I see 1, I see 2, I see 3.
Yeah, we haven't.
3 inspiration,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
enough for me. Oh yeah, so after we do the talking about checking out and stuff, then we'll talk about scheduling.
Great.
And so, I will give a D&D related sticker away
Sticker!
instead of a point of inspiration to the winner of the vote. It should not be exactly the same thing as what you say for what I like what another player did. So you're gonna say something you enjoyed about the session. Jake's German accent, obviously. Something you enjoyed about the session. Something you enjoyed about that another player did, and who do you vote for to get the sticker? And you're first.
Okay. Great session. Really enjoyed all the NPCs. Really like Veronica Herb. She seems really cool. And how she's like figuring out evolution from the Mage College. It's very great. Yeah, everything was really cool, and I'm excited to have made a choice and to be on the way. So doing something. I think after we're done with the Mage College, we should go to one of the temples and talk to people that. No, I'm just kidding. It was great. A kind of smaller thing that I really loved is watching Hassam be pushed into becoming like a leader, and how awkward that is for him. And I'm excited to see that kind of play out.
Yeah.
And I love the whole little mini group that Hassam has going with his crew.
Retinue.
Yeah. And for the sticker, I will vote for Hassam.
All right.
Okay, yeah, really fun. One thing I exchanged that I especially liked that I wrote down was the one between Una and Paul about how many people have killed a lot, how many have killed you, none. That's what's up. Which A is like poignant, B like the comedic timing on it was really great. But yeah, but then when she's like, well, no, I'm scared of monsters. Like that, like it all worked really well for me. I think. Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting stuff going on with people. I like seeing like a color of anger and frustration with Jasper because he's usually kind of like Pollyanna optimist. So like it's like another dimension, which is cool. I mean, long live Harry Squib. What a what a ridiculous bit. The natural 20 is ridiculous. I love his vocabulary that just like keeps coming through.
Everything he does to trip over the fact that he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like being so forward with the prince.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna get sick of that.
Can't help himself.
Yeah, and lots of other stuff. But since I'm second, that's what I will stick with. But yeah, I'm gonna vote for Zaft for the sticker.
Cool. Yay! All right, sir.
I actually did love the German accent, and then the 3 following accents. That was quite fun.
It was like the creature that we fought yesterday in the one shot. It started out as a sea hag, and then it burst open and became a green hag, and then it burst open and became a desiccated mummy.
Gross.
It was like, what's happening?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's awesome. I also loved that conversation with Paul and Una. That was pretty hilarious. I think I'll vote for Henry Squab because the dice are in his favor, even though he's doing everything in his power to say things like, I am but a commoner, as a commoner would say.
How do you do, fellow commoner?
Yes, as we fellow commoners are in talking about things that we would normally never know. I think that was pretty hilarious and great, and I'm all for it. For more of that.
It's such a tenuous grasp on performing a commoner.
Yes, let it ride.
The elocution, Prince, is imperceptible. Oh, okay, stable hand.
I liked today as a building session. I liked that there was tension. We all kind of want to kill something, but everything we might kill is so badass that we're very tentative about it. So we're like, we really want to kill, and it's like, wait, but that's actually a really powerful mage, and like that castle is actually okay. It's actually innards of a demonic super being. All right. Well then, and then finally it gets to the point where like Schnabel is like, actually, you could kill the wizard. He's not that powerful.
Did he say that?
Well, he was like subterfuge
He gave us the information that we needed
to face him head on
to make it a
commit.
Make it a plan. So like,
that's how we interpret. Which may be wrong.
I loved all the role play. I loved.
Who's this Jake guy? What is he telling you via these characters?
I loved the Hans is really experiencing the world as
a commoner so much better, right?
And I do like that everybody really does react to him differently. In terms of another player, I'm going to give it to Una for the Paul dialogue, the Eagle of Memory dialogue, one of the great developing storylines. I am eager for this relationship to be fully consummated.
There was talking of dragon eggs.
I know. I
Yeah.
was kind of
Yeah.
amazed that like he was like, oh, the stars are like spores, and you're like, yeah, they're like eggs. And I was like, oh no, it's going down.
I think the dual climax of the wizard battle against Welrar, followed by the attempted intercourse with Una and Eagle of Memory.
And she died.
Let's combine them.
And that's how Una died.
Yeah, that's how she actually does.
Have sex over the battlefield in order to win.
And that might have been a good question for Veronica Hurt, which is, hypothetically, since you know so much about the mechanics and anatomy of all these creatures, how would this occur? And I think she'd probably have a theory. Anyway,
Dragonborn.
that's what I got. Thank
I
you.
mean, this is the origin of the dragon.
What was your sticker vote?
Una.
Okay.
Yeah, there was lots. It's really funny just from the character development thing of that for Una as like barbarian who normally comes from like, you know, fight, kill, hit, to be like now deeply overwhelmed and concerned of like, this is a lot, and both like a lot politically and otherwise, that it's like an overwhelming world of moving pieces, in some ways. And it's really funny too, because even like the eggs thing is because in her lore, like they used to tell her she was dropped on the ship by the turkey god, so she's like thinking of like birds and eggs, and not but the like entendres, they're funny. But I loved something another player did was it the
Excuse me.
oh my gosh, my brain's shutting down. The clairvoyance was super badass. Looking
Yeah.
inside of the throne room and seeing, and then just the description of the throne room and what was going on there was horrific and awesome. I love Hassim and the Hearts, that they have their spin-off series coming soon on the CW network. They're gonna start a band and run off.
It'll be a different animation style.
It was really great. I was so excited I found Ernest Tonner Castle's name in my notes.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
you're
That was
Your
fun.
note keeping is so
It's like-
awesome.
Yeah.
Going back in my, and especially since my note keeping is utterly chaotic, like
Yeah.
when you see the notes, it doesn't make any sense.
Look,
But
you've been able to pull out stuff
that I
at the
can
drop of a
locate
hat.
and
This is not the
like
first
this-
time you've done that.
the places is amazing.
It's
And yeah, and just same that negotiation of where do we go, where do we hit first, knowing the frustration, but everything feeling like, well, if we do that, we're gonna die. And caring, that's what I meant, in terms of like, yeah, the character development for everybody and the attachment to the party is such that it really is like tempering the decisions of like not really willing to send anybody into death.
Ilaria thinks we're all a disgrace.
Huh?
Ilaria thinks we're all a disgrace.
Oh yeah, we're
I think
Terry's
we
like,
tried
yeah.
Yeah, you can die if you
But
want.
we're gonna watch him get his head bit off.
Yeah.
Die. Yeah, and I really love to. I just love the exchange too with Daphne and the bug lady, when she was like, "Oh yeah, the worm, I know it. It's all over the place." Like, and how those things get created was really fun. And I just and same like digging out like that you met a bugworm lady and her like, "You want some slime?" It's like, and she did. That's really fun. But yeah, I think for my sticker vote, I'd give it to Jasper for the clairvoyant
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
clutch
Such a
move.
cool
spell.
That was
Yeah.
really awesome.
Yeah, when you originally took that spell, I was like, why would you waste a level 3 spell? Because bards get so few spells. I was like, why don't I take this or that? And then you used it soon after that very well, and then shortly after that, you used it with the kobolds to see on the other side of the door what was happening. And when you did that, I was like, oh shit, clairvoyance is really cool. And super useful today. And in some ways, more useful than sending. Sending is like only 25 words, you can't see anything. And a lot of times when the person gets the message, they're like, what do you mean? I like butter, I'm eating a steak, what? So like clairvoyance really is gonna let you know what's going on in that room. Yeah, and I like the anger aspect of Jasper today. I did all this good boy stuff and nothing good is happening. It's all worse.
Yeah. I feel like everything he cares about in his whole world is threatened, and the prospects look awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always love the Una plus Dragon interaction. Daphne was very fun today. I liked introducing the ranger checking her out. Everybody's like, how many romances you gonna have? I enjoyed the moment where the ranger was like, leaders lead, like telling Haslam to go ahead and step up and be a leader. And this is what my maps look like these days.
That's awesome.
This is all.
That's the way to do it.
This is all I need to make a fucking map. I used to and I still do with certain places like the kobold spot, which you never need. Pick one. With the kobold spot that you never needed a map for because you made friends with them all or killed them all. Like that one was sort of a generated, looked like a dungeon. But in places like this, it's that. So of course Schnaubel's just gonna draw it out for you with a marker with a.
That's awesome.
Give it to you.
You know it's novel.
I'm gonna go with the beholder. Thank you.
Yeah, show everybody the dope ass sticker
These are great.
because that's a pretty cool sticker.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is what we'll be facing in the end.
That's no good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We'll just be a gang leader.
Is it
in
scratch
water
and sniff?
deep. What's that?
Scratch and
Is it
sniff.
scratch and sniff? What's it smell like?
You have every eye a different smell.